It's time for the Ogden Raptors Professional Baseball pregame show. Let's head out to the ballpark with the voice of the Ogden Raptors, Brian Archie Petrata.
Greetings and salutations. Brian Petrata broadcasting live from Lindquist Field in downtown Ogden, Utah. Tonight, the Ogden Raptors face the Provo Angels in the final game of the South Division playoffs. These teams have been waiting 78 games for this one. The winner advances to the Pioneer League Championship Series. And for the loser, the season comes to a close. Will we see a repeat of the 20-5 walloping Provo put on Ogden yesterday? Or will we return to the classic pitchers duel from Saturday when the Raptors won 4-2? We'll find out soon as you listen to the 2003 Pioneer League South Division playoffs on 1660 KXOL.
In sports, players spend hours perfecting the skills it takes to become a champion. At A1 Driving School, they take that approach in teaching new or nervous drivers how to perform safely behind the wheel. A1 Driving School teaches students to understand the limitations of their vehicle and how to react safely in pressure situations. So keep a champion's driving record and protect your insurance rates. For professional instruction, call A1 Driving School at 333-4116. That's A1 Driving School.
Zions Bank gives you the home team advantage with 150 branches in Utah and Idaho, many with extended Saturday and evening hours. Zions Bank has what it takes to be your full-service bank, offering a complete array of deposit and loan services, a variety of trusts, investments, and insurance options. Whether or not you bank with Zions, call or visit your nearby branch today for a free personalized 10-point checkup. Zions Bank, we haven't forgotten who keeps us in business. An equal housing lender, member FDIC.
In baseball, the catcher protects home plate, helping the home team win. When it comes to your home or office, you win with the protection you get from Alert Alarms. They're proud to provide all your security needs. They specialize in residential and commercial systems, including burglar, fire, and video cameras. Serving all of the Provo area, Alert Alarm is #1 in customer service. So call them today at 802-0707. That's Alert Alarm. Find them in your Provo Yellow Pages.
Welcome back to Lindquist Field, and a sunny, gorgeous day it is. We're looking at temperatures in the upper 70s and completely sunny skies. We had a slight drizzle early this afternoon, right around 2. It rained for about 5-10 minutes, really only a light sprinkle, and that has done wonders for the field here at Lindquist Field. It was exactly what this grass needed. So it's looking green and bright tonight. The perfect setting for the final game of this 3-game series between the Ogden Raptors and the Provo Angels. The Raptors finished the regular season at 35-41. The Angels at 54-22, tying a Pioneer League record for victories in a season. But the postseason is tied up at a game apiece. Ogden took game 1 4-2. Provo bounced back for an astonishing 20-5 win yesterday. Take a look at what else happened in the Pioneer League playoffs yesterday. It was Helena defeating Billings 2-1. The Brewers scored all 2 runs in the 4th inning, so that series is also tied up at a game apiece, and the final game of that series will be tonight as well. That will leave tomorrow with the travel day for the winner of the North Division, and game 1 of the championship series would be in the home ballpark of the South Division winner, either Ogden or Provo. Then there would be a travel day on Thursday, followed by the championship series concluding in the North on Friday and Saturday. Would be the final game if necessary. By the way, I want to drop a couple of names of former Raptors who are participating in the postseason tonight. Ben Hendrickson, who was here during the 2000 season, is up with AA Huntsville, and he will be pitching in the championship series of the Southern League tonight. So good luck to Ben Hendrickson this evening, and also Dennis Sarfate, who pitched here in 2001 season. Dennis has been promoted to Beloit in the Midwest League, and he will be pitching in the final game of the Midwest League Division Series. So he has a chance to win it for Beloit tonight. So a couple of former Raptors getting a chance to pitch in the postseason this evening as well. By the way, Prince Fielder got a mention in the most recent issue of Sports Illustrated. They put him in a little blurb just talking about how he was named the Midwest League MVP this year, hit well over 300, had 27 homers and 109 RBIs. So a monster season for a monster prospect in the Milwaukee Brewers system. So best of luck to Prince Fielder as he helps lead Beloit to the victory tonight in the Midwest League Divisional Series. Well, again, yesterday it was about as bad as it could possibly be for the Ogden Raptors. Their main starter, Mike McGrew, who had stalwart and an anchor of the staff this season, lifted himself from his pregame warm-up tosses yesterday. He felt tightness in his elbow, so he had to leave before he even threw a pitch in the ballgame. And Provo seemed to jump right on top of that. They were a little bit nervous having to face Mike McGrew. They knew that being down by a game and in an elimination game, facing perhaps the league's brightest prospect pitching-wise in McGrew, they were very nervous. But once they saw McGrew left, it seemed like they were just chomping at the bit to get out there and take some swings. And they did, as they jumped out in the Raptors 6-0 after the first inning. The main hit was a grand slam home run by Brandon Wood. The bases were loaded with 2 outs. Wood got a count, and then he lined a pitch over the center field fence that gave Provo a 5-0 lead. The Angels added another run to make it 6-0 in the first. James Stewart then came in relief, and he held Provo at bay through the 2nd through 5th innings, but then he began to tire in the 6th before he gave up a grand slam with 2 outs to Matt Brown. Brown had been relatively silent in the series. He had been perhaps the best hitter for Provo and their most feared hitter in that lineup, but he came up with that grand slam in the 6th inning. That made it 10-2 or 10-1 at the time. The Raptors made it 10-2 in the bottom of the 6th, but Provo kept the heat on. They batted around in the 8th inning, scoring 7 runs, highlighted by a 3-run home run from Brown. And then Provo finished the job with 3 runs in the 9th. The Raptors scored twice in the 9th on the most fitting hit of the evening. Chin Lung Hu had just found out that he had to go back to Taiwan, and that last night was going to be his final game for the Raptors this year. And in the 9th inning, Chin Lung Hu, who had gone hitless, cranked a home run over the left field wall, a 2-run homer. So in his final at-bat for the Raptors, Chin Lung Hu hit a home run, got a big ovation from the crowd, and what a lasting memory that was for Chin Lung Hu. He had a phenomenal season here with the Raptors, but he is now on a plane headed back to his native Taiwan, and he is going to have to go back to school at Taipei Cultural University, where he had been going to school before joining the Raptors, signing with the Raptors in February and joining the team in time for spring training. But Chin Lung Hu will have to go back to school. He will join the Los Angeles Dodgers for spring training in March, and then will probably be moving on up in the Dodgers system. He'll play for a full season single A team next year. Wouldn't be surprised if Chin Lung Hu even starts it out at the high A Vero Beach in the Florida State League. He is that good. It just depends on if there's room for him, really. But as good as Chin Lung Hu is, they might make room for that young man. So anyway, best of luck to Chin Lung Hu. Here's another blow for the Raptors, though. Utility man Juan Gonzalez, he has to go back to Puerto Rico. The reason why, his mother just had a stroke, so he's going back to be with her. And we can certainly understand Juan Gonzalez wanted to be with his family at this time. So that's your 2 starting middle infielders from Game 1. Hu and Juan Gonzalez are no longer with the team. Of course, Brett Dowdy had his injury in that Casper series just before Provo came to town more than a week ago. So Brett Dowdy is out. That's your top 3 infielders will not be available to play tonight. So we'll have Dominique Lauren in the ball game, and the big news today is Ogden added a new player, and that would be Luke May. He was drafted in the 8th round this year by the Dodgers out of Parkway Central High School in Chesterfield, Missouri. So Luke May will be the newest Raptor, and he's going to be right there in the starting lineup tonight. The Raptors are throwing him out to the Wolves, and we'll see how this 18-year-old does in his first Pioneer League game. He gets to start it in the deciding game of the divisional series. So he's pretty excited about it. He wants to get out there and play. It's been about a week and a half since he's played because the Gulf Coast League season finished about a week before the end of the Pioneer League season, and therefore he has not had anywhere to play recently. So he will be well rested. We can look at it that way, and hopefully Luke May will hey, he's the type of guy that could be a factor in this series. You look at this game coming in, you have the close game in the first one, the blowout yesterday. We don't expect another blowout here tonight, so it'll probably be a close one, and it's going to be a situation in games like this where normally it's the little guys that make the difference. It won't be the players like Luis Castillo and Xavier Paul for the Raptors or Matt Brown and Bobby Wilson for Provo. You look at guys down in the lineup, perhaps Luke May, who just joined the team today, or Dominic Lauren for Ogden, or over on that Provo side, and think of guys like a Howard Kendrick or a Michael Collins who come up with a big hit. Those are the players you don't normally count on to be your big run producers, but in a game like this where so much is on the line, it's often those you least expect that step up and make the difference in a game like this. So really looking forward to see what happens in tonight's ball game. The winner goes on to the Pioneer League Championship Series. The loser, their season is done, and they'll be going home as quickly as their parent ball clubs can get them out of Utah. So that's just how the cookie crumbles in the world of minor league baseball, and it makes for a rather interesting setting coming into this one. Again, last night, Provo got 20 runs on 18 hits, 1 error. The Raptors 5 runs on 12 hits and 1 error. Really, that's not too bad. If you'd have told me that Ogden would score 5 runs in a game in which Mike McGrew was starting, you'd think the Raptors would have a pretty good shot at winning that one. But as it happened, Mike McGrew was not able to make the start, and Provo just jumped on top of the Raptor bullpen yesterday. So today, Phil Sobko will get the start for Ogden. Michel Simard will take the mound for the Provo Angels. And when you look at these two pitchers and what the teams have done against them, it would seem Provo has a decided advantage in this one. Ogden has scored 1 unearned run against Simard in 10 innings this year. Meanwhile, Provo has scored 15 runs in 5 innings off of Phil Sobko. So the scale appears to be balanced very much on the Provo side going into this one. But again, it's the type of game where you just have to throw out the stats from the regular season because they don't mean much in a game like this. All stats and trends just completely go out the window because anything can happen in a playoff game. It comes down to one day to decide who makes the championship series and who is done, and that can do strange things to people. Sometimes they'll have the game of their life. Sometimes they'll have the worst game of the season, and Ogden's certainly hoping for that from Michel Simard, who has not allowed more than 3 runs in any single outing this season. And, of course, looking back to Provo's success against Phil Sobko, Ogden certainly hoping that Phil Sobko comes up with the pitching performance of the season in tonight's game. If there's one time to do it, this is it. He'll have a brand new middle infield behind him, so everybody feeling each other out tonight. Makes for a crazy setting in this Game 3 and deciding game of the Pioneer League South Division playoffs. We'll be back right after this with the starting lineups and the first pitch. You're listening to the South Division playoffs on 1660 KXOL.
With interest rates changing faster than a 90-mile-per-hour fastball, now's the time to examine your mortgage. By refinancing, you can lower your interest rate and monthly payment. Just call Aspen Mortgage, with offices in American Fork and Payson. They offer FHA and conventional loans for purchases, refinances, debt consolidation, and home improvement. Approval just takes 1 hour, so call 756-7434 or 465-9400. Aspen Mortgage in your Yellow Pages, financing the American dream one home at a time.
When you're looking for something special for lunches, Wonder Bread and Hostess Cakes will hit a home run. Kids ask for Hostess snacks with cream fillings they love. Twinkies, cupcakes, Ho-Hos, fruit pies, fresh donuts. Hostess stands for fun. And make that special sandwich with soft, fresh slices of Wonder Bread or home fried bread from your local home shop baker. Wonder Bread and Hostess Cakes, a winning combination.
There's nothing like the feeling of hitting the road on a motorcycle. The wind in your hair, that sense of freedom. Sounds great, doesn't it? At Carey's Cycle Center in Riverdale, they can help you experience that feeling for yourself. They specialize in the sales and service of Yamaha motorcycles, as well as ATVs and snowmobiles. Stop by and see them at 4450 South 700 West in Riverdale, or visit the website at careycycle.com. Carey's Cycle Center, a proud sponsor of Raptors baseball.
Our game is brought to you in part by Cream of Weber Dairy, a proud sponsor and a longtime fan of the Ogden Raptors. Don't forget that Cream of Weber makes those handy single-serving chugs. They're in a variety of flavors that include chocolate and strawberry. It's a great energy boost when you're watching a Raptor game. Cream of Weber chugs, available at your favorite grocer. Cream of Weber, it just tastes better.
You're listening to Raptors Baseball on AM 1660 KXOL. Brigham, Layton, Ogden, Salt Lake City.
Welcome back to Lindquist Field for the third and deciding game of this Pioneer League South Division between the Ogden Raptors and Provo Angels. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Buckley Homes. Buckley is better by surfutah.net. Surf the net with surfutah.net. And by New Deal Used Cars, we finance. Let's take a look at tonight's starting lineups. First for the visiting Provo Angels. Leading off in center is Reggie Willits. Howard Kendrick bats second and plays second. Matt Brown hits third. He'll play third. Bobby Wilson, the cleanup hitter, is the catcher. Warner Madrigal in right field bats fifth. Hitting sixth, Matt Pauley in left field. Brandon Wood hits seventh, the shortstop. Batting eighth, Michael Collins, the DH. And hitting ninth, Ryan Kenning at first base. Starting for Provo, Michel Simard. He made 10 starts in the regular season, was 4-1, an ERA of 2.08. So pitching for the Raptors tonight is Bill Sopko, a 6'5" right-hander from Yorkton, Saskatchewan. Sopko tied for the team lead in wins with 5. He had an ERA of 6.07. He made 12 starts during the regular season. Sopko was 0-2 against Provo and pitched against him his last time out. Reggie Willits takes ball one, a little bit down and in from Phil Sopko. 1 ball, no strikes to count on the Provo center fielder. Willits, Kendrick, and Brown will start things off for Provo tonight. The 1-0 from Sopko, way inside. 2 balls and no strikes. Phil Sopko is ready to go tonight, folks. With Drew being lifted yesterday, Phil came in after the game and he asked his pitching coach, well, what does this mean for me tomorrow? Am I still starting? And the coaches told him, yes, you are. And Phil Sopko says, that's right, absolutely. There's a strike call, and it's 2-1 on Reggie Willits. So Phil very anxious to start today. He is fired up and ready to go, hoping to pitch Ogden into the 2003 Pioneer League Championship Series. There's a 2-1 to Willits. Found straight back, and the count evens up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Willits, during the regular season, batted exactly 300. 4 home runs, 27 RBIs, and was the top base stealer on the ball club. 2-2 the count. Sopko shakes off a couple of signs from Russell Martin. Now has the one he wants. Here's the spin and the 2-2 to Willits. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 1 away in the first inning. Bill Sopko starts things off the right way with a strikeout, and that'll bring up the 2-hitter, Howard Kendrick. Of course, not to quell your enthusiasm, Raptor fans, but Ogden started yesterday's game with a strikeout as well. Ended up losing 20-5. So here's Kendrick, 1 out, no one on. And he'll take a strike. It's 0-1. Late arriving crowd here in Ogden, but it looks like we'll have a good one tonight. There's a swing and a miss to the change, and Kendrick down in the count 0-2. Howard Kendrick batted .368, 3 home runs and 36 RBIs. And he'll poke one into center field. That will drop in front of Millens. He dives for it, and it gets past him. Big mistake by Jeremy Millens. Howard Kendrick's going to go to third. Now here comes the throw. They're going to wave him around. The relay from Comfort is not in time, and inside the park, home run. It's 1-0 Provo. I don't know what Jeremy Millens was thinking in center, but that was as bad a play as I have seen Ogden make all year. It's the worst time it could happen. One thing to do as fielders, you don't want especially with someone who has speed like Kendrick. I don't know. He had no chance to make the catch. To score, it's 1-0 Provo. Here's Matt Brown. Strike call, and it's 0-1. Brown had the big day yesterday, a grand slam home run and a 3-run home. And he'll take the ball outside. Count evens up at 1-1. Brown hit .292 in the regular season, was second in the league with 11 home runs, and also second with 52 runs batted in. Currently leads all playoff hitters in home runs and RBIs. He's the 1-1. Out the outside corner of the fastball, and Brown down in the count 1-2. What a tough break for Phil Stopko, too. Because he's had a rough time pitching against Provo this year, and now his defense completely lets him down. The 1-2. High pop-up left side of the infield. May goes back at short, and he makes the catch. There's 2 outs. Let's take a look at the Raptor defense. Jeff Comfort at first base. Dominic Morin at second. Luke May at short. Luis Castillo at third. Russell Martin catching. In left field, Xavier Paul. In center, Jeremy Millens, as we know. And in right field, Ryan Carter. 1-0 Provo. 2 outs, bases empty in the first. Bobby Wilson, the batter. And he'll take the ball a little bit high. It's 1-0. Wilson hit .284, 6 home runs, and led the league with 62 runs batted in. The 1-0 from Stopko. A little bit high. 2 balls and no strikes. Wilson, a switch hitter, or listed as a switch hitter, but he's batting right-handed against the right-hander Stopko, and he laces one foul down the left field line. The count goes 2-1. Wilson hit .294 against the Raptors, 1 home run, 10 RBIs. He's a big run producer for the Angels this year. Now the 2-1 from Stopko. Called strike at the letters, so we have the deuces wild here in the first. Let's take those rally caps, Raptor fans, and help Phil Stopko out of the first inning. Provo 1, Ogden 0. Stopko shakes off a few, and now time called by Wilson. As Stopko took too long getting the signal from Martin. Deuces wild first inning, Provo up by a run. High, ball 3, and a full count on Bobby Wilson. Tom Kochman, the Provo manager, has tinkered with his lineup a little bit. He's moved Warner Madrigal down from the cleanup spot to the 5th spot and moved Bobby Wilson up a notch. 3-2 pitch coming up. Bounce straight back towards the screen. The count's still full on Wilson. And the other change would be putting Ryan Kenning back in the lineup tonight in the 9th spot. 3-2 with 2 outs. No one on. The wind, and again the payoff pitch. Called strike 3 in the outside corner. That'll retire the side in the first. Run scores on a misplayed ball in center. So it's 1-0 Provo as we go to the bottom of the first inning. It's Provo 1, the Raptors coming up. You're listening to the 2003 Pioneer League South Division playoffs on 1660 KXOL.
How far a team goes in a season depends on the coach. It's his job to make the right decision every time. If you're deciding on the right loan program for your home, contact Day Financial Services. They help working Americans realize their financial goals and the dream of home ownership. For fast approvals and no hassles, call 773-4468. Apply over the phone for a new purchase, refinance, or debt consolidation. That's 773-4468 for Day Financial Services in Roy, coaching you in the right direction.
Hey, contractors, next time you get ready to dig it, bust it, plant it, count on Cat's new line of compact machines and work tools to get the job done. Featuring skid steers, mini excavators, compact wheel loaders, and more. All built Cat tough for the guys who get their hands dirty. So go ahead, load it, drill it, haul it. Because now you can count on Cat for all your equipment needs.
Visit a Wheeler Machinery Cat rental store near you or call 1-800-RENT-CAT. Again, that's 1-800-RENT-CAT.
Welcome back to Lindquist Field. We go to the bottom of the first inning. A big-time mistake in the first has cost Ogden a run. Howard Kendrick hit a line drive routine single to center field. For some reason, Jeremy Millen thought he could catch it, so he dove for it. It got past him, went all the way to the fence, and turned out to be an inside-the-park home run for Howard Kendrick. So it's 1-0 Provo. Now Millens will lead off the first and try to atone for his mistake. And that's a big one, folks. A game like this, you can't do things like that. You have to play conservative baseball. So Michel Simard takes the hill for Provo. He was 1-0 against the Raptors, allowed just a single unearned run in 10 innings. He allowed only 5 hits to the Raptors in 10 innings during the regular season. So he was as good as any other Provo pitcher against the Raptors during the regular season. Ogden hoping they can jump on him in the playoffs. Here's Jeremy Millens trying to make up for his mistake. Takes a fastball outside. It's 1-0. Jeremy hitting .308. 1 home run, 23 RBIs. Was second in the league in triples with 5. Takes a called strike, and the count evens up 1-1. Provo plays him the opposite way. A lot of room down the left field line and a little bit in the left center gap. Pops him up. Chasing after it, Ryan Kenning at first. That one will reach the seats on the first base side, so the count goes 1-2. Jeremy Millens to lead off. Ryan Carter batting second and right field. Xavier Paul hits third and left. Luis Castillo bats clean up at third base. Russell Martin, the catcher, hits fifth. Batting sixth, Andy LaRoche, the DH. In the 7th spot, Jeff Comfort at first. Luke May bats 8th at shortstop, and Dominique Lauren hits 9 at second. There's a called strike 3 on the outside corner. Jeremy Millens retired by Michel Simard, and there's one away in the first. Now Ryan Carter comes up. 1 out, bases empty. Ogden trailing by a 1-0 score. But Travis Barbary has shaken up his lineup a bit. Of course, he does not have his normal number 2 hitter, Chin Lung Hu, who's back on his way to Taiwan. There's a curve and a strike, and it's 0-1 on Carter. Simard, a right-hander, deals another curve, and it's 0-2. He's 6'3", 198 pounds from Quebec City. Just turned 22. Breaking ball down and in. It goes to a ball and 2 strikes on Carter. Simard, a 25th round pick last year out of St. Petersburg College. He was teammates in college with his catcher tonight, Bobby Wilson. And both were teammates of the Raptors reliever, Mike White. The fastball up and in, so the count evens 2-2 on Ryan Carter. Started him off with 2 curveballs over the middle of the plate. Now the 2-2 pitch. Another curve and a called strike 3 on the inside corner. There's 2 outs in the first inning. Curveball really working for Michel Simard, and now Xavier Paul comes up. So maybe the left-handed batter will fare better against the right-hander. Ogden has just 5 hits against Simard this year. They were all singles. What I'd like to do is jump on him early and get to the bullpen. Here's a fastball a little bit low and in. 1 ball, no strikes on Xavier Paul. The Raptors, you'd rather take your chances with some pitchers out of the bullpen you've had a little more success against. There's a ball outside. It goes 2-0 on Xavier Paul. Exit 307 in the regular season. 7 home runs, 47 RBIs. Threw the collar yesterday, going 0 for 5. He was 1 for 4 in the first game with a triple and scored a run. 3-0. He takes a strike on the outside corner, goes to 3-1. So now Xavier Paul steps out, adjusts his batting gloves, and he's ready to go again. 3 balls and a strike. And a high fly ball, deep right field. Back goes Madrigal to the fence. That ball is up and gone forever. High ball game in the first. That's what we were looking for. He crushed it to right field. No doubt about it. The second it hit left the bat. It cleared the flagpole in right field. 1-1 tie. Luis Castillo at the plate. Fouls one off, and it's strike one. Castillo hitting .285, 7 home runs, 48 RBIs. Tied for the team lead in homers, and he led the ball club and runs batted in. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Faced an outside curve, and he's down no balls and 2 strikes. Wild start to this one already. Fastball high, 1-2 on Castillo. Provo got an inside the park home run. Then Xavier Paul sends one out, and they said Castillo went around on the swing. Strike 3, the inning is over. Tough call for the Raptors. We go to the top of the second. It's Ogden 1, Provo 1. You're listening to the deciding game of the 2003 Pioneer League South Division Playoffs on 1660 KXOL.
Since 1959, Supersonic Car Wash has been Ogden's finest car wash. We specialize in soft touch car wash. We know that your car is a highly valued member of your family, so trust our family to get your car clean. Supersonic Car Wash is located at 3851 Riverdale Road in Ogden. Our phone number is 621-8894. We're open Monday through Saturday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. and on Sundays from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Please visit our website at www.supersoniccarwash.com.
Ball players will tell you the only way to make the All-Star team is to give 100% 100% of the time. Why expect anything less from your auto repair shop? The professionals at Computune are Provo's foremost and friendliest automotive specialists. From routine oil changes to major overhauls, you'll appreciate the attention to detail and courtesy in every job they do. That's Computune, your complete automotive service and repair center. Give them a call at 374-0775. They're the All-Stars of the auto repair industry.
Top half of the second inning. It's Provo 1, Ogden 1. Been a crazy start to this one. Howard Kendrick had an inside the park home run in the first inning when the ball was misplayed in center on a routine single. But Ogden, with 2 outs in the first, got a home run from Xavier Paul. That went over the right field fence on a moonshot, tying the game at 1. So a quick start to this one. Each team with a home run. Now Phil Sopko will face the 5, 6, and 7 hitters in the Provo lineup. Winner Madrigal will lead off. Matt Pauley to follow. Then Brandon Wood, and if anyone reaches, Michael Collins. So the winner of this game goes on to the Pioneer League Championship Series. And for the loser, the season is over with. So a lot on the line in this one. And a rocky start defensively for the Raptors. But that was wiped out in the home run. So we're back where we started, still tied. And Warner Madrigal will lead things off for Provo here in the second. Well, hopefully Ogden has made their mistake for tonight. Play solid ball the rest of the way out. Here's the line from Sopko, the pitch to Madrigal. Down and away, 1 ball, no strikes. Madrigal during the regular season hit .369, 9 home runs, and 51 RBIs. And finished the season in a flurry. There's the ball up and in, so Sopko has fallen behind on Madrigal, 2 balls and no strikes. Big right-handed batter, 6 foot, 215 pounds. He's late on a fastball, grounds it down the first base line, and the count goes to 2-1. Sunny skies here at Lindquist Field, not a single cloud. Quite different from the way most of the day looked today. It was cool and overcast for much of today. There's the ball a little bit low. 3 balls and a strike. Good-looking fastball from Stopko. Jesse Redwine does have a hitter's strike zone. Here's the 3-1. Fisted up the middle, and Dominic Lauren plays it at second, throws to first in time. There's one out. Now Matt Pauley comes up. 1 out, bases empty. Provo 1, Ogden 1. We're in the top of the second inning. In the deciding game of our South Division playoff series. The wind and the pitch to Pauley. A little bit low, 1 ball, no strikes. I'll say that Jesse Redwine, the plate umpire, has a hitter's strike zone. I mean, normally doesn't give the corners to the pitcher. Got to get it right in there to get that called strike. Here's a high bouncer foul down the first base line. And the count evens 1-1 on Pauley. Pauley, during the regular season, batted .327, had 8 home runs and 43 RBIs. There's a left-handed hitter with some power. And awaits the 1-1 from Stopko. Curve. Does miss. 2 balls and a strike. As I said, does not give the pitchers the corners. And that was a pretty good offering from Stopko, but again, that's a pitcher's pitch. It's not a hitter's pitch. Jesse Redwine clearly wasn't a pitcher. The 2-1 from Stopko. With a low with a fastball, and he's fallen behind on Pauley, 3-1. Pauley went 2 for 5 yesterday. He scored twice. 2 singles and a walk in the ball game. Pauley, good size, left-handed bat, 6'1", 210. He's out of Houston, Texas. Was drafted in the 17th round this year out of Florida Atlantic College. Good hitter's count at 3 balls and a strike. Stopko's pitch is lifted high and deep towards right center, going towards Raptor Ridge, and Ryan Carter makes the catch at the wall. That one looked like it had a chance to get out of here. But Carter had a beat on it from the beginning, made the catch at the warning track in right center field. So 2 outs, bases empty. And now the number 7 batter and Raptor killer, Brandon Wood, comes up. He hit 4 of his 5 regular season home runs against Ogden. And yesterday had the first inning grand slam. There's a swing and a miss to the high fastball that counts 0-1. And grand slam in the first helped Provo to a 20-5 win. With the 1-strike pitch from Stopko. And a called strike makes it 0-2. Wood, the first-round pick of the Anaheim Angels out of Castillo, Arizona. Began the season in the Arizona Rookie League and then was very quickly called up to Provo. Swing and a miss, strike 3 at a high fastball. And a 1-2-3 inning for Stopko in the second. We go to the bottom of the second. It's Provo 1, Ogden 1. You're listening to the 2003 Pioneer League South Division Playoffs on 1660 KXOL.
The Timbermine Steakhouse invites you to come in and enjoy an evening of dining at the Mine. A unique atmosphere of an old mine complements the fabulous food. They specialize in prime ribs, steak, seafood, and chicken. They're open every evening at 5 p.m. Barbecue nights are on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Reservations are taken for groups of 10 or more. Phone 393-2155 or visit the Timber Mine at www.timbermine.com.
This season, savor the sweet taste of victory with a fine cigar. With the Raptors in hot pursuit of the Pioneer League Championship, more fans are coming to Smokies for a fine selection of domestic and imported premium cigars. Smokies is a full-service tobacconist featuring a complete line of pipes, bulk tobaccos, and accessories. Locally owned and operated and open 9 through Friday, 9 to 6 Saturday. Get your victory cigars at Smokies. Smokies, taking this opportunity to salute our armed forces.
We're back at Lindquist Field going to the bottom of the second inning. Brian Petrano with you tonight as the Ogden Raptors and Provo Angels are tied at 1 in the deciding game of the 2003 Pioneer League South Division playoffs. Russell Martin will lead off the second. He'll be followed by Andy LaRoche and Jeff Comfort. And if anyone gets on, the newcomer, Luke May. Very anxious to see his first at-bat with the Raptors. Russell Martin will lead off the second against Michel Simard, and he takes a strike that counts 0-1. Martin batted .271 in the regular season, 6 home runs, 36 RBIs. He takes a called strike. It's 0-2. A couple of fastballs from Simard to start out the second. He relied mainly on the curve in the first inning, getting 3 strikeouts, but also allowing 1 home run to Xavier Paul. Hunting ball to third. Matt Brown backhands, gets rid of it in a hurry to first base in time, and there's 1 away. Brown, perhaps the best glove man at third base in the Pioneer League this year. Put that together with his big offensive numbers. Looking at a pretty good ball player. 1 out, base is empty. Number 6 batter Andy LaRoche comes up. LaRoche, the DH, has made quite a splash in the playoffs. Hit a 2-run homer in Game 1. Yesterday, he was 2 for 3. Takes a ball upstairs. It's 1-0. He scored a run and drove in yesterday. Now sends one high and deep to left. Not deep enough, but hopefully foul enough. And it will drop. Foul of the fence down the left field line. Matt Pauley made an effort for it, but could not come up with a ball. So it's 1-1 on Andy LaRoche. LaRoche also had 2 hits in Game 1. Here's the 1-1 offering. Late on a fastball for a strikeout, and there's 2 away in the first inning. Actually, that's just strike 2 on LaRoche. Got ahead of myself there. 1-2 on LaRoche. There's a strikeout. Now there's 2 away in the second inning. Another fastball from Simard, and he has already struck out the Raptors. So Jeff Comfort comes up. 2 outs, base is empty. Simard, a quick worker. Doesn't waste a whole lot of time there on the mound. He gets his pitch and lets it fly. Curveball and a strike on Comfort. It's 0-1. Comfort hit .256, 4 home runs, 21 RBIs. Takes the high curve, and the count evens at a ball and a strike. Yesterday, Comfort was 1 for 3 with an RBI. Also drove in a run in Game 1. Now fouls one off the end of the bat. He's down in the count, 1-2. 2 outs, no one on. Ogden 1, Provo 1. We're in the bottom of the second inning. Both teams with a home run. The 1-2 to Comfort. Outside. So we have the deuces wide here in the second inning. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and the base is empty. Curveball fouled off first base side. Comfort stays alive. The count remains 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. They'll spin the pitch. And a pop fly into shallow center. The second baseman, Kendrick, goes back and makes the catch. And that retires the side. 3 up, 3 down, go the Raptors. So we head to the third. It's Provo 1, Ogden 1. You're listening to Raptors Baseball on 1660 KXOL.
Bowman Kemp is a proud sponsor of our hometown Ogden Raptors. Bowman Kemp has been fabricating and supplying steel to the Wasatch Front for over 30 years. Are your window wells filling up with unwanted water, leaves, and debris? Bowman Kemp now has a full line of grates and plastic covers that can provide safety while keeping your window wells clean. Bowman Kemp, for your steel needs. And watch the Raptors base runners go for great steals. Go Raptors! Raptors!
In baseball, speed around the bases is crucial, and the same is true when it comes to your internet. SurfUtah.net offers all types of dial-up and high-speed internet connections, starting at only $14.95 per month. Compare that to AOL or MSN, and you're saving 40%. SurfUtah.net can get you connected at home or at work. Call toll-free 888-860-SURF. Low flat rates and fast unlimited access. It's all yours when you surf the net with SurfUtah.net.
We go to the top half of the third inning. It's Ogden 1, Provo 1. Staying on the mound for the Raptors is Phil Sopko, and he'll face the 8, 9, and 1 hitters in the Provo lineup. Michael Collins will lead things off. Ryan Kenning to follow. And then back to the top of the Provo lineup, and Reggie Willits. If anyone reaches, it'll go to Howard Kendrick. So both teams with a home run. That's our score. Howard Kendrick with one away in the first, got an inside the park home run. And then answering in the bottom of the first was Xavier Paul with his first postseason homer going over the right field fence here at Lindquist Field. So we're tied at 1. And the Provo DH, Michael Collins, will lead off. 333, one home run, 15 RBIs during the regular season. He went 2 for 5 in yesterday's game and scored 3 times. Bobco deals, and a fastball just missed inside. 1 ball, no strikes. Fans don't like Jesse Redwine's strike zone, but he has been consistent with it, as he has been all year. Swinging a miss with a high fastball, and the count evens 1-1 on Collins. It is a hitter's strike zone. But I think Jesse Redwine is very deserving of working this postseason series. The 1-1. Missed inside, 2 balls and a strike. That's a good high fastball from Sopko, and he wasn't too happy that time around. Sopko stands all the way on the first base side of the rubber. The 2-1. Down and away, 3 balls and a strike. Boy, he is right around that strike zone, just not getting the call. It makes it tough for a pitcher, especially against a team like Provo, where if you do lay it over the plate, they're going to make you pay for it. The 3-1. Grounded down the third base line, and a full count now on Collins. Michael Collins from Canberra, Australia, signed as a free agent in 2000. As of right now, baseball does not have an international draft, but that is something they've been kicking around. 3-2 pitch. High and inside, ball 4. And several of those were borderline pitches, but Michael Collins draws a leadoff walk, and that'll bring up the 9-hitter Ryan Kenning. Kenning hitting .261 during the regular season, 10 home runs, 38 RBIs. So Kenning batting with Collins at first and no one out. Sopko from the stretch for the first time tonight deals a changeup on the outside corner, and it's 0-1. Kenning did not play yesterday. He did start in game 1 of the series. Now the 0-1 curve missed away, and the count evens up at 1-1. Kenning batted 9th on Saturday and went 0 for 4. He struck out twice and flew out to left field twice. Outfield plays him straight away and deep. 1-1 pitch. Just switching outside again, and it goes 1-2. Russell Martin isn't moving his glove. Sopko's hitting the spot. He's just not getting the call. Here's the stretch and the 2-1. Missed away, 3 balls and a strike. Yeah, that's the big thing for Phil Sopko right now. He's got to keep his head. He's thrown a great ball game so far. A couple of close ones haven't gone his way, though. Here's the 3-1. Inning. Oh, what was wrong with that? All 4, and there's 2 men on with no one out. Tough to watch and not a lot of fun for the fans either. Back-to-back walks by Phil Sopko. He's not pitching poorly, though. That's what's got to be frustrating for this right-hander. He has had some games where he hasn't thrown the ball very well. But tonight, he's throwing as well as he has all season. Some borderline calls haven't... Well, the borderline calls have gone to the hitter. They haven't gone to the pitcher tonight. Reggie Willits, the batter, 2 on, no one out. Ogden and Provo tied at 1. Here's a stretch in the pitch. Willits flashes a bunt. He takes ball 1 a little bit upstairs. Uncle Martin had notions of throwing down to second, but Martin and the shortstop, Luke May, have not played together at all this season. Luke May just called up from the Gulf Coast League today to fill one of the roster spots vacated by Juan Gonzalez and Chin Lung Hu. Sopko steps off as May had gone to cover second, trying to keep Collins a little bit closer. Action in the Raptor bullpen. Chad Bailey, a left-hander, loosening up. What the Raptors are worried about right now is if Phil Sopko does get rattled by these 2 walks. Here's the 1-0. Willits again squares the bunt, takes ball 2. Here's a throw down to second, not in time. And the count goes to 2-0 on Reggie Willits. Willits struck out swinging to lead off the ball game. He had a heck of a game last night, going 3 for 5 with 4 RBIs. Had 2 singles and a double yesterday. He also walked twice in yesterday's contest. So it's 2-0 on Willits. Raptors in at the corners, tied up the middle. And the pitch. Willits takes the ball down and in. That time he was not showing a bunt, and it goes to 3-0. So those first 2 hitters, Sopko threw some close pitches that were not called strikes. This time he hasn't been close to Willits. 2 outside fastballs and then 1 down and in, just over the shoelaces of the left-handed hitter. Ogden does not expect to score a lot of runs tonight. So if Willits walks, that could possibly do it for Sopko. Even though you'd have a right-handed hitter in Kendrick due up next. Here's a 3-0. And Willits takes a strike, goes to 3-1. This time he showed the bunt. So on 3 out of the 4 pitches, Willits has shown bunt. Therefore, Ogden is going to have to play him that way. Just to be playing possum here. There's a big hole on the left side of the infield. If Willits can put one there, he'll have a single and maybe an RBI. Sopko spins off the mound, looks Collins back to second. Yeah, the shortstop May having to cover second base with a left-handed hitter at the plate. And Castillo is playing in, again guarding against that possible bunt. The 3-1. He will square around, and he takes ball 4 down in the dirt. So the bases are loaded. No one out on 3 walks from Phil Sopko. That last one didn't miss by much either. Well, they're not going to make the move yet. Howard Kendrick stepping to the plate. And Phil Sopko will go from the windup. Kendrick hit an inside-the-park home run his last time up. Here's the line in the pitch. Fastball on a fly ball into shallow right. Could be trouble. Carter coming in, makes the catch. That's going to hold the base runners. Carter was playing shallow and right. That's where Kendrick hit it. Carter had him play just right. He sprinted in to make that catch near the line in right field. Only about 75 feet down the right field line. And since it was so shallow, Collins had to hold at third base. So with the bases full and 1 out, Matt Brown comes to the plate. Now you have a chance at a double play to end the inning. The outfield will play very deep and straight away on Brown, who already has 1 grand slam in this series. Here's the line in the pitch. Hop fly. This one also towards shallow right. Comfort chasing after it. Foul territory, and he won't get to it. That one was just hit too far into the corner and right. And as deep as Ryan Carter was playing, there was no chance for him to get to the ball. So it's 0-1 on Brown. Matt Brown popped to short his first time, so he's 0 for 1 tonight. But yesterday had that enormous ball game, a grand slam home run in the 6th, a 3-run home run in the 8th. No balls, 1 strike. Zopko rocks and deals. Fastball down and away, and the count evens up at 1-1. Zopko went almost 3/4 motion that time. It's an angle he doesn't often offer a pitch. Done it a few times this year, but trying to catch Matt Brown off guard, maybe get him to chase one. But Brown wouldn't bite. 1-1, 1 out, bases loaded. Tied at 1 in the top of the 3rd. Foul ball straight back. Brown had a cut at that one, but he fouled it off the fist straight back to the net. So it's 1-2 on the right-handed hitting third baseman. Collins at third, Kenning at second, Willits at first. 1 away here in the 3rd. One ball, 2 strikes. Zopko stares in for the sign from Russell Martin. Now the 1-2. Outside, gets away from Martin. Charging in is Collins. The throw is wild, and that's going to make it 2-1 Provo. Zopko deals the wild pitch. That'll score Collins from third and advance both base runners, taking away the double play opportunity. 2 mistakes, 2 Provo runs. Yesterday, the Angels just flat out beat Ogden. Tonight, the Raptors hurting themselves. Tim Kelly, the pitching coach, will walk out to the mound and try to settle down Zopko. Again, he came for that 3/4 motion, and he just fired it way outside. Russell Martin had to make a backhand dive for it, and it got past him, just underneath the glove. Not a bad Martin, but that wild pitch has made it 2-1 Provo. And there's still runners at second and third with only 1 out, and the count 2-2 on perhaps Provo's most dangerous hitter in Matt Brown. Brown, a veteran. This is his 3rd year professional baseball, and he plays the game as a professional. The type of guy you really like to have on your team. Good defensively, good offensively, and now has a chance for a clutch hit. Infield playing in with men at second and third and 1 out. The 2-2. Curve just missing and a full count. Boy, oh boy. Bill Zopko could not be any closer on his pitches tonight. A tip your cap to Brown for waiting on that one. That was not the pitch he wanted to hit anyway. Full count, 1 away. First base is open. Bobby Wilson's due up next, and he led the league in RBIs, so you really don't want to put Matt Brown on at first. 3-2. What'll he do? Fly ball, right field. Ryan Carter chasing after it down the line. Does he have enough room? He does not. It's a foul ball, and the count remains full on Brown. That might work out okay. Had Carter made that catch, there still would have been a chance for Ryan Kenning to score from third. Chad Daly continues to worm in the Ogden bullpen, but Bill Zopko trying to pitch out of this jam himself. Pitched himself into it, now trying to get himself. 3-2. 1 out. Runners at second and third for Provo, leading this one 2-1 in the 3rd. The pitch. Line drive foul down the third base line. And a diving stab by David Quinn in the Raptor bullpen. Nice catch by the tall guy. Too bad it didn't count. Still 3-2 on Brown. Again, Brown just trying to get that past the drawn-in infield. 3-2, 1 away. We'll wind up the pitch. High fly ball to center field. Going back, Jeremy Millens. Millens at the warning track will make the catch, and that's deep enough to score a run. Now racing into third is Willits. So it's 3-1 Provo. Matt Brown, the sacrifice fly. So you look back, if he hadn't had that wild pitch, it would just be 2-1 right now. And there would be 2 outs. So here's Bobby Wilson, a man at third, 2 away. Provo 3, Ogden 1. Topko kicks and deals. Breaking ball a little bit low. 1 ball, no strikes. Wilson struck out looking his first time. So he's 0 for 1 today. Awaits the 1-0 from Stopko. Down the middle for a strike, and that'll even it up at 1-1. For the Raptor half of the third, it'll be May, Lauren, and Millens. They try to come back in this Game 3 and deciding game in the Pioneer League South Division playoffs. Here's a 1-1. Stopko again drops down and pitches way wide. It goes 2-1 on Wilson. Might want to scrap that idea. 3 balls way outside from that arm angle. One of them a wild pitch to score a run. 2-1 pitch. Bouncing ball, diving is Castillo at third. He throws from his knees. It will not be in time. And it's 4-1 Provo. Bobby Wilson, an infield single. So they got the bases loaded, and they cleared them. And that's going to do it for Phil Stopko. Travis Barbary walking out to the mound. And Stopko very disappointed right now. And it looks like Castillo might be hurt. Boy, wouldn't that just be the icing on the cake? Well, we'll make the pitching change here, sponsored by our friends at AOL. If you're looking for a career change, visit AOL in Ogden. They're now hiring. It's Provo 4, Ogden 1. Be back with the rest of the third inning after this as you listen to the Pioneer League South Division playoffs on 1660 KXOL.
This may seem like a silly question, but have you heard of AOL? Have you ever worked for AOL? Well, maybe you should, because AOL is unlike anything anywhere, especially when it comes to member retention. We devote a whole department to helping all 18 million members receive the best service. This means you and our employees get to help every member some way, somehow. That's perfectly incredible. You know what else is incredible? The way we treat our employees. This isn't just a call center. This is an area of expertise. So isn't it fair to say that you'll need some internet experience, or at least an attitude of, would I love to learn more about it? Basic Windows and communication skills are required. Phone 1-877-AOL today, or visit our website at AOL.com/careers. Member retention, consultant opportunities, an equal opportunity employer.
Welcome back. We are in the top of the third inning. Raptor trainer Rob Pickard is taking a look at Luis Castillo. He made a diving stop on that ball hit by Bobby Wilson and then tried to throw him out. His throw was a little wide. Wilson probably would have had it beat anyway, but it looks like Castillo might have pulled something. Looking at his right leg is Rob Pickard and now the manager Travis Barbary. In the meantime, we have a pitching change. And it looks like Castillo is going to stay in the ballgame. On the mound for the Raptors now, left-hander Chad Bailey. He's from Eva, Hawaii, and has been one of the Raptors' best relievers this year, especially in middle relief. He went 1-2, but had 2 saves, an ERA of just 2.57. Bailey in 42 innings struck out 43, and he walked just 19. Opponents hit only 248 against Bailey. We'll face Warner Madrigal with the man on and 2 outs. Ogden trailing by a 4-1 score in the deciding game of the Pioneer League South Division. Wilson at first, 2 outs. Bailey on the hill facing Madrigal. A fastball and a strike, and it's 0-1. So as friendly a call a Raptor pitcher has had all night. That was a pitcher's pitch. Here's the 0-1. Bouncing ball towards second. Waiting on it is Dominic Lauren. The throw to first in time, and that'll retire the side. But Provo gets 3 runs on only 1 hit. No errors, 1 man left. We go to the bottom of the third. It's Provo 1, Provo 4, Ogden 1. You're listening to the deciding game in the Pioneer League South Division playoffs on 1660 KXOL.
In this new millennium, corporate image is everything, and first impressions are more important than ever. That's why more businesses are teaming up with Dingman Professional Printing. Dingman provides full-service printing and full-color capacity for both process and digital. They feature full design services for Macintosh and Windows, and high-speed copying and bindery capabilities. For quality printing and superior service, call Dingman Professional Printing at 475-4708. That's 475-4708.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there is more than just a slogan to your local State Farm agent. It's a way of life. From supporting community events to serving your insurance needs, you can count on State Farm to be a good neighbor. For car, home, life, or health insurance, your State Farm agent always delivers affordable coverage that's backed by the good neighbor service that State Farm made famous. Call your local State Farm agent today. This Raptors broadcast is brought to you by State Farm agents, providing insurance and financial services. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
You're listening to Raptors Baseball on AM 1660 KXOL. Brigham, Layton, Ogden, Salt Lake City.
Welcome back to Lindquist Field. We go to the bottom of the third inning. It's Provo 4, Ogden 1. Michelle Simard will face the 8, 9, and 1 hitters in the Ogden lineup as the Raptors try to play catch-up here tonight. 4-1 Provo. They scored 3 runs in the third as the first 3 batters of the inning all walked. Wild pitch scored 1. A sacrifice fly scored another. And then an infield single scored the final run there for Provo. 4 runs, 2 hits. No errors for the Angels. 1 run, 1 hit. No errors for the Raptors. And newcomer Luke May will lead off the third inning. May just joined this afternoon. And the first pitch to him is a fastball strike. It's 0-1. Now that I don't agree with. Jesse Redwine has been calling batters pitches all night. Now suddenly Michelle Simard gets on the mound, fires a high outside fastball, and it gets called a strike. I'll defend Jesse if he's consistent. Here's a ground ball to short. Wood up with it to throw to first in time, and May retired by his counterpart. So there's 1 away in the third inning. Now the 9-hitter Dominic Lauren comes up. This is not a knock on Jesse Redwine, but if Phil Sopko had any other umpire in the league here in that third inning, he would not have walked those first 2 batters. And then you never know what could have happened after there. Now, Provo might have hit 3 home runs instead of 3 walks, but at least you give the guy a chance. Instead, he walked the bases loaded with the 2, 3, and 4 hitters for Provo next up at the plate. Lauren takes a called strike, and it's 0-2. Now the crowd really on Jesse Redwine. Pop up into shallow right. The second baseman Kendrick goes back. He will make the catch, and there's 2 away. So May grounds out. Lauren pops out, and now to the top of the lineup is Jeremy Millens. Millens struck out looking his first time. So he is 0 for 1 tonight. Will try to atone for that misplay in center in the first inning, which gave Howard Kendrick an inside-the-park home run. Here's a pitch, curve, and a strike, and it's 0-1. That is a wicked curveball from Michelle Simard. He has a pretty good fastball to go along with it. He was a draft and follow out of St. Petersburg College, drafted in the 25th round last year. The Angels were able to sign him before the draft this season. 0-1 pitch. Just inside, evens up the count of the ball and a strike. The 1-1 delivery. Chases a curve. Now it's 1-2. Michelle Simard, a very quick worker. Doesn't waste a whole lot of time between pitches. This time he does go to the rosin bag, but now he's up on the hill and ready to go. The 1-2 pitch to Millens. 0-1 outside. Deuce is wild. They appealed to Jason Millsap. This time he got it right, saying that Millens did not go around. Deuce is wild. noting that Michelle Simard works quickly. And one of the main reasons why was that he's working with his college catcher, Bobby Wilson. So these two know each other very well. There's a chemistry that exists there already. They really know what pitches they want to throw in a given situation. Here's the 2-2. Line drive, base hit to center field. Jeremy Millen's a 2-out single. That breaks a string of 6 in a row retired by Michelle Simard. There's Ryan Carter. Carter struck out looking his first time. Simard started him off with 2 curveballs on the inner half of the plate. Then threw a couple out of the strike zone. We're getting Carter looking on a curve. Here's the pitch. Fastball outside, and it's 1-0. Raptors trying to be a little more patient against Simard. They'd struck out a bundle of times against this right-hander during the regular season. 9 of the 10 times were swinging. There's a swing and a miss, and the count evens at 1-1. At least 9 out of the last 10 times they struck out against Simard. Overall, in 10 innings, Simard fanned 16 Raptors and didn't walk a single one. And he has no walks tonight. 1 ball, 1 strike on Carter. Line drive, base hit to left field. That'll put runners at third and second with 2 away. And now Xavier Ball. Xavier had really struggled against Simard this season. He had struck out as many times as any other Raptor against Simard. But in the first inning, got a pitch he liked and tattooed one over the right field fence. It was high, it was deep, and it was over the flagpole in right. Now Kernan Roden, the pitching coach, out to talk to Simard on how to pitch Xavier Ball. So the meeting at the mound is over. So if Xavier Paul can come up with another home run, we'll have a tie ball game. His solo homer tied it in the first. And now a 3-run homer could do the trick here in the third. But really, we'll just take a single to get 1 run. That would be fine at this point. Ground ball found down the third base line. It's 0-1. Main thing Ogden needs to do here, they're only down 4-1. That's not too much. But the best thing to do to try and get it back bits at a time. Work 1 run at a time. There's a swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. Simard threw a changeup low and outside, and Xavier Paul swung right over the top of it. Play ball straight away and deep, especially Madrigal in right field. They're pinching the gap. The 0-2. Curveball and a called strike 3 on the outside corner. Fantastic pitch by Simard. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left. We go to the top of the 4th. It's Provo 4, Ogden 1. You're listening to the deciding game of the Pioneer League South Division playoffs on 1660 KXOL.
Summer is here, bringing 2 of America's favorite pastimes, baseball and barbecuing. Snyder's Family Meats is proud to help you and your family enjoy both by offering the fullest selection of meats for the barbecue, including a wide variety of marinated chicken, beef, and pork. And don't forget the finest steaks to be found. Snyder's is a proud sponsor of your Ogden Raptors, so get out and enjoy all the season has to offer. While you're out, make the stop at Snyder's Family Meats, located at 4421 Harrison Boulevard, right at the entrance of the new McKay-D Hospital. Snyder's Family Meats, celebrating 20 years of our family serving yours.
Craftsmanship. It's best defined as a job carefully seen through from beginning to end. At Eagle's Eye Cabinets, we have a passion for craftsmanship. That's why loyal customers, including the Raptors, rely on Eagle Eye for their cabinetry. There's pride in workmanship and professionalism in every job we do. Need an estimate or design consultation? Just give us a call in Ogden at 399-1545. Eagle Eye Cabinets, proud to salute our troops fighting for freedom both at home and abroad.
welcome back. We go to the fourth inning, and more bad news for the Raptors. Luis Castillo has had to leave the ball game. He made a diving stop on an infield single by Bobby Wilson last inning, and it didn't look like he was feeling very good after that. Might be a hamstring pull. He's grabbing the back of his thigh. That's normally what that means. Castillo trying to stay in the game. He did not get a chance to bat at the bottom of the third, but now has been lifted from the ball game. So here's the Raptor defense now. Dominic Loren goes from second base to third base, and Miguel Crisotomo comes into the game to play second. So Crisotomo comes in the fourth, replacing Luis Castillo. That is an enormous blow to the Raptors. Their top home run hitter and team leader in RBIs is now out. So you have a brand new infield except for Jeff Comfort. Now what we saw in game one of this series. Here's Matt Pauley, and he taps one foul, 0-1 the count. So you've lost Chin Lung Hu, Juan Gonzalez, and now Luis Castillo. Raptors really in a tough spot. There's a ball up over the head of Pauley, and that did nick his helmet, so he'll take his base as he's hit by the pitch. Or did it? Now they overrule it. The Raptors appealed. And they'll say that Pauley was not hit by the pitch. Interesting call. Instead, they say it hit the bat. There you go. And now Tom Kochman, the manager for Provo, going to argue or at least find out what the deal there was. Tom Kochman not a happy man, and Matt Pauley going to show him the helmet. Now they're going to bring Jason Millsap, the base umpire, over. It looked like it hit his helmet, then hit the bat. That's what I think happened. Pauley showing him the helmet. And these crew just trying to straighten things out here, make sure they get the right call. Jesse Redwine, the home plate umpire, now looks like he's going to bring Travis Barbrey, the Raptor manager, to talk to him and try and explain what's going on. It appeared as if, where I was, that the ball hit the helmet, then the bat. And at first it looked like they were giving him the base. Then it was overruled and called a foul ball. This is a crew that has not worked together before this playoff series. You don't vote on crews, you vote on individual umpires, and now they're going to give him the base. Lindquist Field crowd not very happy right now. I think they probably made the right call there, much as it pains this Raptor fan to say. But that'll put Matt Pauley at first with no one out. The number 7 hitter, Brandon Wood, at the plate. Bailey deals a fastball low and outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Ogden needs to take a deep breath here and really concentrate on the ball game. He can't worry about these bad calls. Not even to the midway point of this ball game, and Raptors still very much in it. Here's a toss to first. Pauley back safely. Pauley not a big base stealer, and was not taking a big lead. The 1-0. That's ball. It's outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Once again, excellent pitch by Chad Daly. Just missing. Daly to the belt, the 2-0. High pop foul, right field side, and it goes to 2-1. Brandon Wood 0 for 1. He struck out swinging his first time. So far in the playoffs, Wood 1 for 7, but that one hit was a biggie. There's a high fastball, brings it to 3-1 on Wood. The grand slam homer in the first inning yesterday. And faces a good hitter's count here. Matt Pauley at first, no one out in the fourth. Provo leading Ogden 4-1. Now a toss over, and again Pauley back safely. Really trying to steal one out that way. Now some activity in the Raptor pen. Gabe Alvarez loosening up. Another throw to first, and again Pauley back in time. Surely Provo would want to stay out of a double play, but Pauley not that accomplished of a base stealer. Here's the 3-1. High ball 4, and that'll put 2 on with no one out. Those extra base runners that killed Ogden yesterday and have hurt them again tonight. And now Tim Kelly, the pitching coach, will go out to talk to Bailey. He's hit one batter. Now he's walked Wood. So runners at first and second with no one out. Last inning, Bill Sopko walked the first 3 hitters he faced. And Provo scored all 3 of them. Yesterday, Ogden as a team issued 9 walks. And 8 out of those 9 scored. Ogden also hit 3 batters. And all 3 of those scored. So you give Provo extra base runners, they're going to find a way to bring them home. They're too good of a hitting team to put extra men on base. And Provo led the Pioneer League in batting this year with a team average of .304. And they had the most home runs with 70. Just about a home run a ball game. Here's Michael Collins, first and second, no one out. Collins will take a high fastball. It's 1-0. Meanwhile, Gabriel Alvarez continues to warm up in the Raptor pit. Provo scored once in the first, 3 times in the third. Ogden's only run came on a homer by Xavier Paul in the first inning. The 1-0. Swing and a miss. That time Collins chased a high fastball. The count evens in 1-1. So Collins helped out Chad Bailey there. I'm an Angels hitter. I'm not swinging at anything unless it's perfect. And again, the pitcher's not getting the close calls tonight. Here's the 1-1. High and away, 2 balls and a strike. So he's thrown 3 high fastballs. Collins has chased only one of them. And now Bailey behind in the count 2-1. The outfield plays Michael Collins straight away and deep. Don't want anything getting behind him. Here's the 2-1 to Collins. Foul ball straight back, and it evens at 2-2. Collins a pretty good cut there. But straight back off the fifth. Two balls, 2 strikes on Michael Collins, hitting 8th in the order for Provo tonight. And he'll take a high inside fastball. It's a full count. The game plan pretty straightforward as far as pitching to Michael Collins. High fastball. 3 of them have missed. Collins has swung and missed on 2 of them. So now the count 3-2. Let's see if Bailey goes to that big curveball. That's what I do. Spin, and he looks Pauley back to second. Bailey has one of the better curves on the team. And it comes from that overhand position. Might be able to fool Collins. Or you throw him another high fastball, see if you can tempt him. Here's the 3-2. The runners go. Swing and a miss. Throw to third is in time. A strike him out, throw him out, double play. Brandon Wood takes second on the fielder's choice. But now there's 2 outs and a runner at second base for the 9-hitter Ryan Kenning. Provo 4, Ogden 1. Tell you, Pauley was out by a mile at third base. This is stretch from Bailey. The pitch to the left-handed hitting Kenning, and it's a high fastball, 1-0. Left-hander versus left-hander here. Kenning drew a walk and scored his first time up. Bailey to the belt, the 1-0. It's inside of the fastball, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. It was right at the hands. Kyle thought it caught the corner. 2 balls, no strikes. Martin now sets up outside. And the pitch on the way. Missed high and in, 3-0. Bailey not hitting his spot. Been missing high on all of his fastballs. Not normally like him. Bailey generally pretty good as far as control, and he normally sends it down in the zone. And that's 3 high fastballs to Kenny. Here's the 3-0 from the left-hander. There's a strike. That's what we're used to seeing from Champ Bailey this year. 3-1 on Kenny. Brandon Wood at second, 2 away. Provo leading 4-1 in the 4th. The 3-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. A high inside fastball. That time Kenny couldn't lay off, and the count goes full. So a big pitch coming up for Bailey. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. A runner in scoring position for Provo. Ogden already trailing 4-1. Here's a payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 man left on. We've played 3.5 here at Lindquist Field. It's Provo 4, Ogden 1. You're listening to the deciding game of the 2003 Pioneer League South Division Playoffs on 1660 KXOL.
Savon Sporting Goods proudly supports Raptors baseball. Savon is locally owned and a hometown dealer that gets behind its local baseball team. Located at 4099 Riverdale Road, Savon Sporting Goods specializes in men's and women's team sports. So cheer for the Raptors with Mark and Mike Rubin, then pay a visit to Savon Sporting Goods at 4099 Riverdale Road. Savon Sporting Goods, the friendship of those we serve is the foundation of our progress.
An outfielder needs great vision to see the ball advancing through the sky. On the road, you need great vision too. A cracked windshield can cause a lot worse than a drop fly ball. So stop procrastinating. Glass Repair Specialists offers fast and affordable windshield repair and replacement. They'll even help with your insurance claim. In business for 25 years, give them a call at 801-224-4124. Glass Repair Specialists, your lifesaver when it comes to damaged auto glass.
Welcome back to Lindquist Field. Brian Petrata with you tonight as we go to the bottom of the 4th inning. It's Provo 4, Ogden 1. Even though the Raptors have out hit the Angels 3-2, Ogden has issued 4 walks and a hit batter tonight. Michelle Simard, meanwhile, has struck out 5 Raptors, is not one, and he's scattered 3 hits. So Miguel Crisotomo will get his first postseason at bat leading off the 4th. He is now the Raptors' cleanup hitter as he replaced Luis Castillo, who left with an injury. Crisotomo hit .237 in the regular season. Throws a bunt, and he takes ball 1. Crisotomo had no home runs, 9 RBIs. Now he lines one towards center field. Going back is Willits. He will track it down and make the catch. Crisotomo trying to do the unlikely, getting an extra base hit, but he flew out to center, and now the 5 batter, Russell Martin, comes up. Martin grounded to third his first time, so he's 0 for 1 tonight. Batting with 1 out, and the base is empty in the 4th. Provo up 4-1 in this decisive game of the South Division playoffs. Curveball missed inside, 1-0. The Raptors got a home run from Xavier Paul back in the first inning. Now a line drive, zagged it short by Brandon Wood. Snow cone catch on a line drive. What a play by the shortstop. That's a web gem right there. 2 outs, no one on. Now the 6-hitter, Andy LaRoche, comes up. LaRoche struck out swinging his first time, so he's 0 for 1 tonight. Meanwhile, Michelle Simard just cruising for Provo. There's a fastball high and away, and it's 1-0. Very quick worker, and Ogden not making them slow down at all. Hop foul, first base side, and the count even to the ball and a strike. Raptors need to throw off his rhythm a little bit. Like to get a couple of base runners on, make him go out of the stretch again. Right now, Samard can do no wrong. Here's the 1-1, high and in. And it goes 2 balls and a strike on the road. Two-one pitch. Swung on and missed on a fastball. Deuces wild on the Roche. The Roche has as much bat speed as anyone in the league, but he started his swing a little late there, and he has on Samard a couple of times tonight. Deuces wild. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that'll retire the side in the 4th. 3 up, 3 down go the Raptors. 3 out of the 5th inning. It's Provo 4. Ogden 1, you're listening to the decisive game of the 2003 Pioneer League South Division Playoffs on 1660 KXOL.
Are you thinking about remodeling your home, adding a bay window, skylights, updating your kitchen or bath, or maybe even adding square footage? Whatever your ideas, Guy Wilkins Construction can make it happen. We have over 30 years of experience making your home improvement dreams come true. For free estimates and references, call 731-1041. That's 731-1041. Guy Wilkins Construction. No job is too large or too small. We do it all, and we want to be your general contractor.
Where in Utah can you find the best steak voted 7 years running? At the Ruby River Steakhouse, that's where. Ruby River offers USDA choice steaks, prime rib and barbecued rib, pasta, fish, and chicken. We also offer our own handcrafted brew. Lunch, dinner, bacon. All we ask is that you come hungry. Ruby River Steakhouse is located at 4286 Riverdale Road in Ogden. Or give us a call at 622-2320. Ruby River. What a steak ought to be.
Ryan Petrana back with you at Lindquist Field as we go to the top of the 5th inning. It's Provo 4, Ogden 1. Chad Bailey will stay on the hill and face the top third of the Provo lineup. Reggie Willits will lead off for the Angels. Howard Kendrick to follow, then Matt Brown. Well, Provo scored a run in the first, 3 in the third. Ogden scored a run in the first inning as well, but that's been it for the Raptors so far. Here's Willits, and he'll take a strike down the middle. It's 0-1. Willits struck out in the first inning. He walked and scored his last time up. The 0-1 from Bailey. Foul ball straight back, and it goes to 0-2. And the big key tonight so far, Ogden has given Provo extra base runners via walks. 1 run is scored on a wild pitch. 1 scored on an inside the park home run on a misplayed ball that by all means should have been a single. Here's the 0-2. Willits takes a called strike 3 on the outside corner, 1 away in the 5th. Chad Bailey finally gets a call. That's his 3rd strikeout, and it'll bring up the 2-hitter Howard Kendrick. Kendrick, a right-handed batter. He had that inside the park home run back in the first inning. Flew out to right field his last time up in the 3rd. He's the line in the pitch, and that's behind him for ball 1. He got away from Bailey, gets down in the dirt, and went behind Howard Kendrick. So 1 ball, no strikes, and the Provo second baseman. Fastball, strike ball to knees, evens it up at 1-1. Kendrick yesterday went 3 for 6, scored twice and drove in 2 runs. Now he takes ball 2 a little high. In game 1, Kendrick was 2 of 4 and scored twice. In fact, he scored both of the Angels' runs in game 1. Chopper towards short, backhanded by May, throws to first. It is way offline. Kendrick will have to stop at first base, however, as Martin backs up the play. May saw that he had to hurry the throw, and it'll go as an error on the newcomer. This is an infield the Raptors have not seen all season long. Jeff Comfort at first has been a regular starter, but now you have Miguel Crisotomo at second, Luke May at short, and Dominic Lauren at third. Lauren has not played third base this year. May is making his Raptor debut tonight. And Miguel Crisotomo has been a bit-time player at best. You see Thomas Piazza up in the Raptor bullpen as he'll be catching Gabriel Alvarez. There's a change and a strike, and the count 0-1 on Matt Brown. Won't spend much time at all with the pitcher if he's struggling tonight. 4-1, Provo leads in the fifth inning. And Bailey the stretch, the 0-1 to Brown. Big swing, no contact, and it goes 0-2. So, Tommy might get a lot of work as the bullpen catcher tonight. They're going to bring people up, even as precautionary measures. There's been someone up in the bullpen every inning except the first tonight. Here's the 0-2 to Brown. Bouncing ball left side, grabbed by Lauren at third, goes to second for one, to first in time, double play, and that retires the side in the fifth inning. No runs, no hits, an error, no one left. We're halfway through the contest. It's Provo 4, Ogden 1 in the deciding game of the 2003 Pioneer League South Division playoffs here on 1660 KXOL.
At Peterson, we're not content being just another fabricator. We want to be your partner in creating custom state-of-the-art solutions for your equipment needs. That's why we're always pushing the limits, setting new standards of quality in large and small-scale fabrication and precision machining. At Peterson, no job is too big, too tough, or too complex. We're equipped to handle the demands of virtually any project, however large or small. Our customer service team will bend over backwards to help make sure your job is delivered on time, in budget, and with uncompromising product quality. Peterson Incorporated, a winning combination.
Activities can be a powerful aid in bringing families together. By enrolling your youngsters in a youth activity, you're making a wise investment in your family's future. Layton Hills Baptist Church is proud to offer Wednesday night youth programs and Sunday night get-togethers. For information, call 544-2426. And be sure to bring the whole family to church on Sundays and join us in worship. That's Layton Hills Baptist Church, preaching and teaching God's Word in Jesus' name.
Bottom of the fifth inning in Ogden. It's Provo 4, Ogden 1. Bottom third of the Raptors lineup will face Michelle Simard here in the fifth. Simard has allowed just 3 hits. He has struck out 6 and has not walked anyone. He is really in a groove right now. So Ogden will try and get to this right-hander here in the fifth inning. Got Comfort to lead off. He popped out to second his first time, so he's 0 for 1. Takes a curve for a strike. And the count 0-1. Simard right back up on the hill. Here's the 1-strike pitch. Outside, evens the count. Well, Comfort and Simard like to work quickly. So right back on the mound, the 1-1 pitch. High fly ball into right field. Madrigal went in, now drifts back toward the warning track. He'll make the catch, and there's one away. So Comfort retired on a fly ball to right, and that'll bring up the number 8 hitter, Luke May. Luke made his Raptor debut from Chesterfield, Missouri. Left his home at about 6:30 this morning, got on a plane around 9, and then arrived at Lindquist Field around 1 o'clock today. Takes a strike, and the count's 0-1. May in his first at-bat grounded to short. Takes a high fastball, and the count evens up at 1-1. May had been playing in the Gulf Coast League for the Dodgers team down there. He was the 8th round pick of the Dodgers out of high school in Chesterfield, Missouri. May, 6 foot, 195, a right-handed batter. And there you go. Luke has stepped out of the batter's box, fiddles with his shin guard a little bit. Trying to throw off the timing of Simard a touch. Fouls off a fastball, and the count evens up at 2-2. May hit .252 in the Gulf Coast League. No home runs, 10 RBIs. Did steal 11 bases, however. So Ogden would like to get him on. The line to 2-2. A bouncing ball up the middle. Wood waits on it. It's short, throws to first in time, and there's 2 outs. Brandon Wood made that catch just to the left of second base. And made a strong throw to get Luke May rather easily. So 2 outs, no one on. Michel Simard has now set down 6 straight Raptors as he faces Dominic Lauren. Lauren popped to second his first time up. Now swings and misses at a fastball, and the count 0-1. Dom has his only home run this year against Provo here in this ballpark on a Sunday afternoon game. They'll take a strike on the outside corner, and it's 0-2. The 2-strike pitch. Outside. Lauren hitting .250 against Provo. That 1 homer, 3 RBIs, also a couple of doubles against the Angels this year. The 1-2 pitch. Up high. So Deuce is wild here in the 5th inning. Get those rally caps going. Dom Lauren trying to get on base with 2 outs here in the 5th inning. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And there's ball 3 down and away. It's a full count. Provo 4, Ogden 1, bottom of the 5th inning. Turning into a chilly night here in Ogden. The 3-2. High fly ball, well hit to left. Back goes Pauly to the warning track. He makes the catch, crashing against the wall in left field. Dominic Lauren gave it a drive, but Matt Pauly able to make the grab in left center, and another 1-2-3 inning for Michel Simard. They go to the top of the 6th. It's Provo 4, Ogden 1. You're listening to the decisive game of the 2003 Pioneer League South Division playoffs on 1660 KXOL.
A pinch for dinner? Garcia's Mexican Restaurant is the fresh tradition in Mexican food. Make a short stop to Garcia's and enjoy a great dinner in Garcia's comfortable southwestern atmosphere. Dinner is a hit at Garcia's with all your Mexican favorites like sizzling fajitas, crispy chimichangas, enchiladas, big burros, and crunchy tacos. Garcia's Mexican Restaurant, 1075 North Hillfield Road in Layton, next to the Layton Hills Mall.
Hey fans, are you looking for a good car? Have previous credit problems? Need a second chance? Then have we got a deal for you. We're New Deal Used Cars, and we can help you with your credit problems. We feature a great selection of reliable used cars and friendly, courteous service, guaranteed. We finance our own loans, which means you'll buy with us and pay with us with simple, easy terms you can live with. New Deal Used Cars. Let us put you in a vehicle today at 3213 Wall Avenue in Ogden.
Welcome back. We go to the 6th inning now. It's Provo 4, Ogden 2. The Raptors have held the Angels to only 2 hits tonight, yet they trail by 3 runs. So Chad Bailey will face the middle order of the Provo lineup here in the 6th. Bobby Wilson to lead off, Warner Madrigal to follow, then Matt Pauly, and if anyone reaches, Brandon Wood. Short schedule on the Major League slate tonight. A couple of finals already. The Yankees beat the Blue Jays 9-3. Mike Mussina the win to improve to 16-7. And in the National League, the Pirates beat the Reds 9-1. So Bobby Wilson will lead off the 6th. Chad Bailey has thrown 2 1/3 scoreless innings of relief. He's walked 1, struck out 3. First pitch on the way, down and in on Wilson, and it's 1-0. Up of the right-handers in the Raptor pen, Gabriel Alvarez and now Marcos Carvajal getting up. There's a pop foul, right field side, and the count evens at a ball and a strike. Wilson, the batter, struck out looking in the first inning. He reached on an infield hit that scored a run his last time up in the 3rd. On the line, the 1-0, and a little bit low. 2 balls and a strike now on Wilson. Right-handed batter against the lefty Bailey. 2-1 pitch. Line drive, base hit to left center. Cutting it off is Xavier Paul in left, so Wilson holds with a leadoff single here in the 6th inning. Provo has their lead man on base for the 3rd time tonight, and that'll bring up the 5-hitter Warner Madrigal. Madrigal 0 for 2. He is grounded out to second base twice. Raptors would love for that again. Bailey will toss over to first. Just back in time is Wilson. A strong throw and a quick move by Bailey. Left-handers will often start their motion, then throw over to first. Bailey stepped off the back of the rubber, flipped over there. Trying to catch Wilson a little off guard. Missed on his first one to Madrigal. And now time call, Travis Barbary, the Raptor manager, going out to the hill, and I think he's seen enough from Chad Bailey. Wants to bring in a right-hander to face Madrigal, who does have some tremendous home run power. So Chad Bailey did the job. He will be lifted here in the sixth inning. You can tell by his body language he didn't want to come out. But he has pitched a heck of a ball game, and Ogden has to play the percentages here. So this AOL pitching change will bring us back in just a moment in the sixth inning. It's Provo 4, Ogden 1 in the decisive game of the 2003 Pioneer League South Division playoffs here on 1660 KXOL.
This may seem like a silly question, but have you heard of AOL? Have you ever worked for AOL? Should. Because AOL is unlike anything anywhere, especially when it comes to member retention. We devote a whole department to helping all 18 million members receive the best service. This means you and our employees get to help every member some way, somehow. That's perfectly incredible. You know what else is incredible? The way we treat our employees. This isn't just a call center. This is an area of expertise. So isn't it fair to say that you'll need some internet experience, or at least an attitude of, would I love to learn more about it? Basic Windows and communication skills are required. Phone 1-877-AOL today, or visit our website at AOL.com/careers. Member retention consultant opportunities. An equal opportunity employer.
Gabe Alvarez into the game now for the Raptors. The right-hander from Guadalupe, Mexico, will face Warner Madrigal. 1 on, no one out here in the sixth inning. For Provo, 4 runs, 3 hits, no errors. For the Raptors, 1 run, 3 hits, and 1 error. Alvarez during the regular season was 3-2, a 4.25 ERA. He did record 1 save for Ogden. Alvarez in 42 innings struck out 58 while walking 22, and opponents hit just 259 against him. So the right-hander comes in to face the right-handed batting Warner Madrigal. Madrigal 0 for 2 with 2 groundouts today, but he has a 1-0 count. And so Alvarez will inherit Bobby Wilson at first with no one out. Gabe came in on Saturday in game 1 of the series and pitched to 1 batter. That was Bobby Wilson. The bases were loaded at this time, and Wilson got a sacrifice fly. 1-0 to Madrigal. Curve and a tapper out in front of the plate. Martin Fields goes to second for 1. The throw to first is not in time. No, they say he's out at first, but safe at second. I thought that Millsap called him out at first. He called someone out. But then he changed his mind. No, okay. The runner at first is out. Wow, I don't agree with that at all. Throw to second was a little bit high, but it appeared Luke May had his foot on the bag plenty long enough to get the out. Bill Wilson will go to second. Now the pitch missing on Pauly, 1-0. That one just off the outside portion of the plate. Well, the Raptors cannot buy a break tonight. So it goes 2-6-3 to get Madrigal at first. There's a swing and a miss by Pauly, and the count evens up at 1-1. Marcos Carvajal continues to throw in the Ogden bullpen. If Ogden is hoping Alvarez can get through the sixth, then you have Carvajal ready for 2 innings, and then Schmall in the ninth. Here's the 1-1. Pauly swings and misses, and he's down to the count 1-2. Outside fastball, Pauly chased it. That Pauly 0 for 1 flew out to right field back in the second inning. He was hit by a pitch his last time up in the fourth. ball and 2 strikes. Alvarez leans in for the sign. And the pitch, curve, and a called strike 3 on the inside corner. There's 2 outs in the 6th inning. Brandon Wood comes up with Wilson at second and 2 outs. 4-1 Provo in Game 3 in the final game of this playoff series. Wood the batter, he's 0 for 1. Drew a walk his last time up. Now he pops one foul behind the plate. He's down to the count, no balls and a strike. Wood struck out back in the 2nd. Wilson takes his leadoff second. Alvarez to the belt, the 0-1 to Wood. Missed away, and the count evens up at 1-1. Their final in the National League, the Marlins shut out the Mets 5-0. Josh Beckett, the victory, improving to 8-7. 1 ball, 1 strike on Brandon Wood. The pitch from Alvarez. The curve missed a little bit high, and it goes to 2-1. Good hitters count here for Wood at 2 balls and 1 strike. Alvarez checks his runner, the pitch, and a tapper out in front of the mound. Alvarez leaps. He can't get to it, and everybody's going to be safe. Alvarez knocked it down with his glove. The shortstop, May, was charging. And if Alvarez let it go, May might have had a chance. But even still, it would have taken an incredible throw to get Wood. So runners at first and third with 2 outs. And now Michael Collins comes up. Said it a moment ago, say it again. The Raptors just can't hit a break. Great pitch by Alvarez. He got what he wanted, but he couldn't make the play. So Alvarez now is going to be lifted from the ball game, and Marcos Carvajal is going to come in. So another AOL pitching change here in the 6th inning. If you're looking for a career change, visit AOL in Ogden. Fine situation here in the 6th. First and third for Provo, leading Ogden 4-1. You're listening to the deciding game in the 2003 Pioneer League South Division playoffs on 1660 KXOL.
This may seem like a silly question, but have you heard of AOL? Have you ever worked for AOL? Well, maybe you should, because AOL is unlike anything anywhere, especially when it comes to attention. We devote a whole department to helping all 18 million members receive the best service. This means you and our employees get to help every member some way, somehow. That's perfectly incredible. You know what else is incredible? The way we treat our employees. This isn't just a call center. This is an area of expertise. So isn't it fair to say that you'll need some internet experience, or at least an attitude of, would I love to learn more about it? Basic Windows and communication skills are required. Phone 1-877-AOL today, or visit our website at AOL.com/careers. Member retention, consultant opportunities, an equal opportunity employer.
Marcos Carvajal now on the hill for the Ogden Raptors in the top of the 6th inning. Provo leading this one 4-1. Carvajal becomes the 3rd Raptor pitcher of the inning. Chad Bailey started it off, surrendered a single to Bobby Wilson. Then Gabe Alvarez came in, got Warner Madrigal to ground out. He then struck out Matt Pauley, but Brandon Wood reached on an infield single, and that did it for Alvarez. So Carvajal into the game to face Michael Collins. Carvajal was 2-1 with 2 saves in the regular season, an ERA of 3.08. And this will be his first action of the series. Collins the batter with Wood at first, Wilson at third, and 2 outs. Ogden trying to keep it a 3-run ball game. They have the top of their lineup due in the bottom of the 6th inning. Go from the stretch, and the pitch to Collins. The fastball just missing, 1 ball, no strikes. Carvajal has hit as high as 98 on the radar gun this year. Has a good frame at 6'4", 175 pounds. And one of those magic arms that can hit the high 90s on the gun. The 1-0. A little bit low, and a called strike at the knees, and the count evens up at 1-1. Collins walked and scored in the third inning. He struck out swinging his last time up in the fourth. 1 ball, 1 strike. Carvajal sets and deals. Fastball down and away, and it goes to 2-1. Well, the winner of this game would host Game 1 of the Pioneer League Championship Series. And that would be on Wednesday. Then there will be a travel day on Thursday. The next 2 games in the north on Friday and Saturday. Bouncing ball up the middle. Luke May makes the catch behind second. He'll step on the bag for the force play. And that retires the side in the 6th. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. It's Provo 4, Ogden 1. You're listening to the deciding game of the 2003 Pioneer League South Division playoffs on 1660 KXOL.
Just a short 5 miles up the beautiful Ogden Canyon, you'll find the Great Cliff Lodge and Restaurant. Only 15 minutes from downtown Ogden, you'll find a cozy, relaxed atmosphere. Featuring fresh local trout, lamb, steaks, chicken, prime rib, homemade cinnamon rolls, and oatmeal pie. Doors open at 5 p.m. Monday through Saturday for dinner, Sunday brunch from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., and Sunday dinner from 3 p.m. to 8 p.m. Golfers, skiers, and baseball fans are all welcome. Give them a call at 392-6775 for more information. The Great Cliff Lodge Restaurant, a fine tradition since 1945.
Hey fans, a good way to protect your car, home, or business from sun exposure and crime is to have your windows tinted. Window tinting is easy and affordable through Performance Tint and Customizing. For fast, free estimates backed by 10 years of experience and a lifetime warranty, call 801-223-9418. Performance Tint also specializes in leather interiors, mobile video, and car audio systems. Performance Tint and Customizing in Orem, Utah County's window tinting specialist.
Welcome back. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. It's Provo 4, Ogden 1 in the final game of the 2003 South Division playoffs. Top third of the Raptors lineup will face Provo starter Michel Simard here in the 6th. Simard has not gone longer than 6 innings this year, and with that in mind, David Austin is warming up with the Provo bullpen. Here's Jeremy Millens. He is 1 for 2 tonight. And he'll take a changeup a little bit high. 1 ball, no strikes. Millens struck out looking in the first. He singled to center his last time up. Takes a breaking ball down and away, and it goes 2-0. Well, Jeremy had that mistake in the first inning defensively, but you can't complain about his bat in this series. He is 7 for 12. Well over a 500 average for Millens in the playoffs. There's ball 3, so it's 3-0 on Jeremy Millens. Simard has not walked a Raptor yet tonight. And there's a strike to make it 3-1. Simard has allowed 3 hits, but none since the 3rd inning. He has retired 7 straight Raptors. 3 balls, 1 strike on Millens. Line drive. And leaping it short as Wood takes away another Raptor base hit. He stabbed a line drive by Russell Martin back in the 4th, and now he strikes again, robbing Millens of a single. Well, the Raptors have had some hard-hit balls off of Michel Simard tonight. And with the exception of a home run by Xavier Paul, they've all been right at somebody. Here's Ryan Carter. He's 1 for 2 tonight. And he'll sky one into center field. Reggie Willits trotting in and will make the catch. There's 2 outs. So 2 quick outs for Michel Simard here in the 6th inning. And now the number 3 batter, Xavier Paul, comes up. Well, Xavier's done the only damage against Simard tonight. A 2-out home run back in the 1st inning. And that has accounted for Ogden's only run against this right-hander. David Austin continues to warm up in the Provo bullpen. So here's Xavier Paul, has a home run and a strikeout tonight. Now he chases a high fastball, and he's down in the count 0-1. Xavier hit .255 against Provo in the regular season, but he knocked in 13 runs against the Angels. And now he takes a change for a called strike on the outside corner. It's 0-2. I'm saying, where was that in the third inning for Phil Sopko? Could have used that call. Here's the 0-2. And a curveball missing badly outside, 1-2. So that one slipped away from Simard. He's been pretty sharp all night, though. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Simard deals. Fastball, swing and a miss, strike 3 in a 1-2-3 inning. Simard has retired 10 in a row. We go to the top of the 7th now. It's Provo 4, Ogden 1. You're listening to the decisive game of the Pioneer League 2003 South Division playoffs on 1660 KXOL.
Know that 70% of all accidents occur at home? How prepared are you in case of an emergency? Z Medical can provide you not only with the highest quality first aid products, but critical training so you'll know how to use them in an emergency. From hiking and biking kits to waterproof kits for your watercraft, Z Medical is your neighborhood first aid and safety expert. Call 800-224-3221 or visit them east of the Olympic Oval off 5400 South in Kearns.
Z Medical, reminding you to be safe so you can have fun out there this summer.
In baseball, the catcher protects home plate, helping the home team win. When it comes to your home or office, you win with the protection you get from Alert Alarms. They're proud to provide all your security needs. They specialize in residential and commercial systems, including burglar, fire, and video cameras. Serving all of the Provo area, Alert Alarm is #1 in customer service. So call them today at 802-0707. That's Alert Alarm. Find them in your Provo Yellow Pages.
Well, we're heading into the home stretch. Top of the 7th inning. It's Provo 4, Ogden 1. Marcos Carvajal will face the 9-1-2 batters in the Provo lineup. He came in the 6th inning, got Michael Collins to ground into a fielder's choice, and that ended a first and third stretch. But the Raptors went down in order in the 6th, and Provo starter Michel Simard has sent down 10 straight Raptors. So Ryan Kenning will lead off the 7th. He is 0 for 1 today. Walked and scored back in the 3rd inning. He struck out swinging his last time up in the 4th. So Carvajal takes the mound. Here's the line to Kenning. A bit high. 1 ball, no strikes. Kenning hit 195 against Ogden. No homers, but 6 RBIs against the Raptors. And now he takes the fastball low. It's 2-0. A couple of more finals in the majors to tell you about. We'll get to that in a minute. First, a 2-0 from Carvajal to Kenning. That's a towering fly ball deep to right. Forget about it. The only question is if it's a fair ball, and it is. A home run makes it 5-1 Provo. That one would have been out in any ballpark in the country. That was drilled down the right field line. Probably ended up being a good 450 feet. So a home run for Kenning has given Provo a 4-run lead. And now Reggie Willits comes up. Willits 0 for 2. He'll show a bunt. He takes a strike, and the count's 0-1. Willits has struck out twice, so he walked and scored in the 3rd inning. Still, you take away those walks, and this is very much a ball game right now. Fly ball towards left. Xavier Paul goes back, now trots in. He'll make the catch, and there's one away. Still a lot of baseball left in this one, though. We have 3 innings to go. Ogden 3 more at bat. And it's only a 4-run contest. So here's Kendrick. Had an inside the park home run back in the 1st inning. Now he swings and misses for strike 1. He flew out to right in the 3rd and reached on an error his last time up in the 5th. A 1-strike pitch. Show a bunt. And he'll take the ball a little bit low to even up the count. The Orioles beat the Red Sox in a slugfest 13-10. So the Yankees won, the Red Sox lost. There's a poke towards right center. Millen's going back to the warning track. He'll make the catch, and there's 2 away. And now Matt Brown comes up. Meanwhile, in a big battle in the American League Central, the White Sox beat the Twins 5-2. Bartolo Colon his 13th win. In the National League, the Braves beat the Phillies 6-4. When the Phillies lost, the Marlins won. Florida came in a game back in the wild card race, so now that set is all tied up again. Ball 1 to Brown, who is 0 for 2 today with a sacrifice fly. Drove in a run back in the third inning with a deep fly out to center. He's also popped out to short and grounded into a double play. There's a strike call, evens it up at 1-1. A blazing fastball from Carvajal. One and one on Brown. The rock, the pitch, and it's high and inside. 2-1 the count now. In the top of the seventh, 5 runs, no errors for Provo. 1 run, 3 hits, 1 error for the Raptors. Brown the batter with a 2-1 count. Ogden plays him the opposite way. There's a fastball missing down and in for ball 3. Three balls, 1 strike, and a pop foul right field side, full count on Brown. So a good hitter's count. He swung away at the fastball, but was late on the pitch. Well, big offering coming up from Carvajal. 3-2, 2 outs. No one on. Ogden trailing by a 5-1 score in the 7th. The line in the 3-2. Line drive towards right field. That one will drop foul, and it remains 3-2. An inside-out swing from Brown, and he nearly dropped it in for a base hit. So Brown steps back in against Carvajal. The payoff pitch again. This one's fouled off. It's still 3-2. Hard to say. That's Marcos Hardjasek. Now Carvajal dealt one again, up it on Brown, and again all he could do was foul it off. Still 3-2 with 2 outs. If he can end the inning here. The payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That'll retire the side in the 7th inning. Carvajal the strikeout. So Ryan Kenning hits a leadoff home run, and we're time for the 7th inning stretch. Provo 5, Ogden 1. You're listening to the decisive game of the 2003 Pioneer League South Division playoffs on 1660 KXOL.
With interest rates changing faster than a 90-mile-per-hour fastball, now's the time to examine your mortgage. By refinancing, you can lower your interest rate and monthly payments. Just call Aspen Mortgage, with offices in American Fork and Payson. They offer FHA and conventional loans for purchases, refinances, debt consolidation, and home improvements. Approval just takes 1 hour. So call 756-7434 or 465-9400. Aspen Mortgage in your yellow pages. Financing the American dream, one home at a time.
The Heart Center at Ogden Regional has earned 5-star ratings from Healthgrades, an independent, nationally known firm. A 5-star rating means Ogden Regional is ranked in the top 15% of hospitals in the nation for cardiology and heart surgery. Ogden Regional is also rated number 1 among all Utah hospitals for overall cardiac services and for heart valve surgery. Ogden Regional is also proud to be recognized as one of the top 100 hospitals in America.
Welcome back to the 7th inning stretch. It's Provo 5, Ogden 1. The Raptors have 3 more innings to come back in this one. Michel Simard is going to stay on the mound. This is his longest outing of the year. He had not gone longer than 6 during the regular season in any start. So Miguel Crisotomo will lead off the 7th inning for the Raptors. Crisotomo, the switch-hitting second baseman, steps to the plate. He'll be batting for the left side against the right-hander Simard. Shows a bunt, takes a change, and it's a little bit low for ball 1. Crisotomo had to replace Luis Castillo, who was the cleanup hitter tonight. Castillo left with a leg injury. Now a fastball up over the head of Crisotomo, and it's 2-0. While David Austin warming up for Provo, just as he was last inning in the 6th. There's a 2-0 to Crisotomo. Again, a bunt try, but he'll take a strike, and the count goes to 2-1. So Crisotomo becomes the cleanup hitter, batting .237 with no home runs and 9 RBIs. The 2-1. Pop fly into left. Matt Pauley had him played just right. Stumbles a step or two forward to make the play, and now there's 1 out in the 7th. That is 11 in a row retired by Michel Simard. Pitched well against the Raptors all season, and Ogden has had some hard-hit balls against his right-hander, but they haven't found the hole. Here's Russell Martin, who is 0 for 2. And he'll take a high change. 1 ball, no strikes. Martin grounded sharply to third in the 2nd inning. Now takes a strike to even the count. His last time up hit a blistering line drive. It was headed toward left, but Brandon Wood made a snow cone catch on a liner to take away a base hit. Strike called the letters, and it goes 1-2. A high strike from Simard. So he's ahead in the count on Russell Martin. Provo 5, Ogden 1. 1 out in the bottom of the 7th. Time called by Martin. Surprised more Raptor hitters haven't tried this against Simard. He's a very quick worker. You'd think Ogden would try and throw him off a little bit as he has been cruising through these middle innings. The 1-2 pitch. Up high, evens the count at 2-2. Simard allowed a home run in the 1st inning, 2 singles in the 3rd, and that's been it for the Raptors tonight. There's a sweeping curve missing low and outside for ball 3. Full count on Russell Martin. Seven strikeouts for Simard tonight, no walks, and again just those 3 hits. 3-2 pitch. Martin fights off a curveball, and it stays 3-2. It's a tough pitch to even make contact on, so tip your cap to Russell Martin. It's a very good curveball from Simard. Here's the 3-2. Fastball and a called strike 3 on the outside corner. There's 2 away. Strikeout number 8 for this right-hander. And now Andy LaRoche comes up. 2 outs, bases empty. Simard has retired 12 in a row. Just keeps chalking them up. Probably reached his pitch count. LaRoche bounces one foul on the 3rd base line. It's 0-1. I just saw the Provo manager, Tom Kochman, have a brief meeting with Kernan Ronan, the pitching coach. So that indicates to me Simard has reached his pitch count. And this will be his last batter no matter what happens. He struck out LaRoche twice tonight. Here's the 0-1. Curveball, and he popped him up. First base side, foul territory. Ryan Kenning calls for it, makes the play, and then retires the side. 1-2-3, go the Raptors for the 4th straight inning. We head to the top of the 8th. It's Provo 5, Ogden 1. You're listening to the decisive game of the 2003 Pioneer League South Division Playoffs on 1660 KXOL.
Since 1950, the Ogden Clinic has been providing health care you've trusted. With over 40 healthcare professionals representing 16 specialties, we can take care of most of your health care needs. We offer full-service radiology, including bone density testing, CT and MRI scans, ultrasound, and mammography. We also offer a full-service accredited laboratory. We offer many specialties in our 4 locations: Harrison Boulevard Clinic, Canyon View Clinic, McKay D, and the Washington Boulevard Clinic. The Ogden Clinic is a proud sponsor of the Ogden Raptors.
Big contractors, next time you get ready to dig it, bust it, plant it, count on Cat's new line of compact machines and work tools to get the job done. Featuring skid steers, mini excavators, compact wheel loaders, and more. All built Cat tough for the guys who get their hands dirty. So go ahead, load it, drill it, haul it. Because now you can count on Cat for all your equipment needs.
Visit a Wheeler Machinery Cat rental store near you or call 1-800-RENT-CAT. Again, that's 1-800-RENT-CAT.
You're listening to Raptors Baseball on AM 1660 KXOL. Brigham, Layton, Ogden, Salt Lake City.
go to the top of the 8th inning now. The Raptors starting to run out of time, so they need to keep this close. Marcos Carvajal will face the middle third of the Provo lineup, with the Angels leading it 5-1. This is the final game of this series. The winner goes on to the championship series, and for the loser, the season is done. So Carvajal will face Bobby Wilson, Warner Madrigal, and Matt Pauley, and then if anyone reaches, Brandon Wood. 5 runs, 5 hits, no errors for Provo. 1 run, 3 hits, 1 error for the Raptors. Carvajal will start the 8th. Steve Schmall starting to warm up in the Ogden bullpen. Wilson takes the fastball a little bit down and away, and the count 1-0. Wilson 2 for 3 today. A couple of singles. Now he takes the fastball strike, and the count evens at 1-1. Wilson struck out in the first, reached on an infield hit that scored a run in the third, and a leadoff line drive single to left his last time up in the 6th inning. Big swing, no contact. Now Wilson down in the count 1-2. Wilson moved up to the cleanup spot, and that move has paid off for Tom Kochman and the Provo Angels tonight. 1-2 pitch, popped him up into shallow left. The shortstop May goes out. Xavier Paul comes in from left. He'll make the catch, and there's one away in the 8th inning. Now the 5-hitter, Warner Madrigal, comes up. Madrigal 0 for 3 tonight. 2 ground outs to second. And his last time up in a bizarre play, a little bouncer in front of the plate with the man at first. Also, Martin threw wildly to second, but they were still able to get Madrigal out at first. So it went as a 2-6-3 ground out. You don't see that every day. 1 ball, no strikes on Madrigal. Carvajal delivers. That's a fastball strike, and it evens up at 1-1. Right-hander versus right-hander here. The 1-1 pitch. Carvajal bounces one off the end of the bat. Into the stands in right field. And it goes to 1-2. And ball, 2 strikes on Madrigal. Just missing on a fastball, and the count evens at 2-2. Another tremendous pitch. That was called a ball. The 2-2. Tapper foul on a changeup, and the count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes on Madrigal. So with 1 out and the base is empty. Carvajal spins the 2-2 pitch. Down in the dirt and a full count now. Carvajal came in the 6th, retired the lone batter he faced. He surrendered a leadoff home run to Ryan Kenning in the 7th, then got the next 3 hitters. There in the 8th, Bobby Wilson flew out to left. Now Warner Madrigal at the plate with a 3-2 count. Carvajal had to tuck his shirt back in. 3-2 pitch. Bouncer foul, first base line. Again, that one goes towards the bleachers across from first base. Still 3-2 on Madrigal. The top of the 4th in Oakland. The A's and Angels are scoreless. 3-2 pitch. Foul ball again. Still 3-2. The top of the 5th inning in Arizona. The Dodgers and Diamondbacks are tied at 3. Kevin Brown and Miguel Bautista going head-to-head in that one. 3 balls, 2 strikes on Warner Madrigal. Bouncing ball right to third. Dominic Lauren makes the play. The throw over to first is in time, and there's 2 outs. Lauren took his time on that one. Again, he has not played third base at any point this season, but due to injuries and various other circumstances, he has been forced into playing third for the second half of this game. So he took his time, made sure he made a good throw. 2 outs, bases empty. Here's Matt Pauley. Pauley 0 for 2. It hit by a pitch, and now he takes the fastball inside. It's 1-0. Ball, no strikes, and the pitch to Pauley. Missed away, and it's 2-0. A left-hander getting up in the Provo bullpen, but he's wearing a number that is not on there. Oh, there he is, Scott Heineman. Scott Heineman started against the Raptors the other day. There's a high drive deep to right center. This one heading towards Raptor Ridge, and it is long gone. A home run for Matt Pauley makes it 6-1 Provo. Said it at the beginning of the series, and it bears repeating. I thought that the Raptors matched up better with Provo at Miller Field. And the reason why is because you could neutralize their power a little bit. That's the third home run of the ball game for the Angels, and they now lead Ogden 6-1. So with 2 outs and the bases empty, Brandon Wood comes up, but that's going to do it for Marcos Carvajal. Travis Barbery going to make the change as Carvajal has allowed 2 home runs. Carvajal allowed just 1 home run during the entire regular season. 0-8. So we'll make the pitching change, and I'll be back right after this to tell you about the new Raptor pitcher. It's Provo 6, Ogden 1. Be back with the remainder of the 8th inning after this break. You're listening to the decisive game of the Pioneer League 2003 South Division Playoff Series on 1660 KXOL.
This may seem like a silly question, but have you heard of AOL? Have you ever worked for AOL? Well, maybe you should, because AOL is unlike anything anywhere, especially when it comes to member retention. We devote a whole department to helping all 18 million members receive the best service. This means you and our employees get to help every member some way, somehow. That's perfectly incredible. You know what else is incredible? The way we treat our employees. This isn't just a call center. This is an area of expertise. So isn't it fair to say that you will need some internet experience, or at least an attitude of, would I love to learn more about it? Basic Windows and communication skills are required. Phone 1-877-AOL today, or visit our website at AOL.com/careers. Member retention consultant opportunities. An equal opportunity employer.
Welcome back. 8th inning at Lindquist Field. It's now Provo 6 and Ogden 1. Matt Pauley has hit a 2-out home run here in the 8th inning, and has given Provo this 5-run advantage. That home run gives the Angels an enormous lift. Now a grand slam can't tie the game, so you like to get that 5th run. That way one swing can't do as much damage as it would otherwise. So Steve Small now into the ball game, and he'll face Brandon Wood with 2 outs and the bases empty. Small this year is the Raptor closer, 7 saves, a 3-1 record, and an ERA of 3.68 in 36 innings. Small struck out 53 while walking only 15, and opponents batted just 200 against this right-hander. So Small will be facing Brandon Wood. For the Raptors the rest of the way in the 8th inning, they'll have Jeff Comfort, Luke May, and Dominic Lauren. But 13 Raptors in a row have been retired by Provo starter Michel Simard. 6 runs, 6 hits for the Angels, 1 run, 3 hits, 1 error for the Raptors. And here's Wood. He's 1 for 2 tonight. Struck out in the 2nd, walked in the 4th, and reached on an infield hit his last time up. And meanwhile, Scott Heineman continues to throw in the Provo bullpen. We may see him in the 8th. Wood takes a strike, and it's 0-1. Steve Small got the save in Game 1 of the series. The Raptors 4-2 win down in Provo. Here's the 0-1. And a pop-up into shallow center. Crisotomo goes back at second. He will make the catch, and that retires the side. But Matt Pauley hits a solo home run. And we go to the bottom of the 8th. It's Provo 6, Ogden 1. You're listening to the decisive game of the 2003 Pioneer League South Division Playoffs on 1660 KXOL.
Someday, our Ogden Raptor players hope to make it big in the major leagues. At Ogden Blueprint, you can make it big, too. As Ogden's premier large coffee specialist, We can make virtually any copy big. We're talking up to 4.5 feet wide by any length. Whether it's poster-sized copies for meetings and displays, signage, banners, copies of artwork, we can make it big for you. Black or white, full color, it's your choice. If you want your big copies laminated and mounted, we can do that also. Let our seasoned professionals give you the personalized service you expect. Come in today. We'll help you make it big. We're right across the street from the Lindquist Field on the corner of 24th and Lincoln in downtown Ogden.
Ball players will tell you the only way to make the All-Star team is to give 100% of the time. Why expect anything less from your auto repair shop? The professionals at CompuTune are Provo's foremost and friendliest automotive specialists. From routine oil changes to major overhauls, you'll appreciate the attention to detail and courtesy in every job they do. That's CompuTune, your complete automotive service and repair center. Give them a call at 374-0775. They're the All-Stars of the auto repair industry.
Bottom third of the Raptors lineup here in the bottom of the eighth, trailing Provo 6-1 in what could be the Raptors' final game of the season. So they have 6 more outs in which to get at least 5 runs. Jeff Comfort will lead things off against the new Provo pitcher, David Austin. Austin, a right-hander, 6 foot, 187. He's from Coconut Creek, Florida. Drafted in the 15th round this year out of the University of South Florida. First pitch to Comfort, missed down and in, 1 ball, no strikes. Comfort 0 for 2 today, a pop out to second and a fly out to right. Now he takes ball 2 inside. The Raptors got to Austin on Saturday. In an inning and 2/3, he allowed 4 hits and 2 runs. Comfort takes ball 3 down and away. Austin walked 1 and struck out 1. He had a 1-2-3 inning in the 7th, but then gave up his 2 runs in the 8th. There's a strike call. Goes 3-1 on Comfort. He thought he had ball 4. The 3-1 from Austin. That's called strike 2. That was at his eyebrows, and a full count on Comfort. Nothing close has gone the Raptors' way tonight. Here's a payoff pitch. Grounded found on the first base line. That was one Comfort normally would let go by, but the way the balls are being called here in the 8th, he's got to swing at it. Full count on Comfort leading off the 8th. Grounded towards second. Kendrick goes over to make the play, throws to first, and there's 1 out. 14 in a row retired by Provo pitching, and that will bring up Luke May. Get a good look at this kid. He will likely be on the Raptors roster next year. Played this season in the Gulf Coast League, and he'll only be 19 next year. Swing and a miss, chased a high fastball, and it's 0-1. Luke May 0 for 2 in this ball game. A couple of ground outs to short. Now the line to the 0-1 from Austin. Missed outside. That'll even up the count. Dodgers very high on this young man, right-handed hitter. 8th round pick in this year's draft. And he'll tap one off the end of the bat. It'll go foul, and it's 1-2. Luke May flew out from St. Louis this morning, arrived in Ogden this afternoon, and gets thrown right into a playoff game. In fact, the decisive playoff game of a 3-game series. Oh, how about that? As an introduction to baseball in Ogden. Here's the spin, the 1-2. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. There's 2 away in the 8th inning. So now Dominic Lawrence comes up. 2 outs, base is empty. The Raptors trailing Provo by a 6-1 score. Here's the pitch to Lawrence. Takes a strike, and it's 0-1. Dom popped out to second in the 3rd. Had a deep fly out to left his last time up. He sent Matt Pauley all the way to the fence. And he'll take a ball, and that'll even it up at 1-1. Now a called strike coming outside corner. 1-2 on Dominic Lauren. Boy, again, if the Raptors have gotten those kind of calls back in the third inning, this could have been an entirely different game. There's a fastball high. Deuces wild on Dominic Lauren. Base is empty here in the eighth. Provo 6, Ogden 1. The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike three. The Raptors go down in order for the fifth straight inning. We head to the top of the ninth. It's Provo 6, Ogden 1 in the decisive game of the 2003 Pioneer League South Division playoffs. You're listening to Raptors baseball on 1660 KXOL.
Baseball season always brings a bright and shiny outlook to the summer. Mako Auto Painting can give your car a new and bright and shiny look. They provide free estimates, nationwide guarantee, up-and-bake finishes, and expert body repair. Mako provides a quality job at a reasonable price. Mako Auto Painting in Ogden, Utah. Call them at 393-86. Mako is a proud sponsor of the Ogden Raptors. Uh-oh, better get Mako.
This season, savor the sweet taste of victory with a fine cigar. With the Raptors in hot pursuit of the Pioneer League Championship, more fans are coming to Smokies for a fine selection of domestic and imported premium cigars. Smokies is a full-service tobacconist featuring a complete line of pipes, bulk tobaccos, and accessories. Locally owned and operated and open 9 to 7 Monday through Friday, 9 to 6 Saturday. Get your victory cigars at Smokies.
Smokies, taking this opportunity to salute our armed forces.
Welcome back to Lindquist Field. We go to the top of the ninth inning. Could be the final inning of the year at Lindquist Field. Ogden trails Provo by a 6-1 score. Steve Small will stay on the mound here in the ninth inning. He got the final out of the eighth, getting Brandon Wood to pop out to second. So now he will face the 8, 9, and 1 hitters. The Provo lineup. It'll be Michael Collins, Ryan Kenning, and Reggie Willits. Provo got an inside-the-park home run from Howard Kendrick in the first inning, but it really fell apart in the third. Michael Collins, Ryan Kenning, and Reggie Willits all drew walks. 1 run scored on a wild pitch, another run scored on a sacrifice fly, and then Bobby Wilson with 2 outs and an infield single to score another one. That made it 4-1 Provo at the time. Then the Angels added solo home runs from Ryan Kenning in the 7th. And Matt Pauley in the 8th. It's Michael Collins leading off the 9th inning. Collins 0 for 2. He had that walk and a run scored back in the 3rd inning. Also struck out tonight and grounded into a fielder's choice that ended the 6th inning. Ogden's last threat offensively came in the 3rd inning, when with 2 outs, Jeremy Millens and Ryan Carter hit back-to-back singles. So here's Michael Collins leading off against Small. Crowd of 2,178 in attendance here at Lindquist Field. Pretty good numbers. There's a strike call, and it's 0-1. It's a good crowd for a playoff series. Always tough for minor league teams to draw well in the playoffs. But these rabid Ogden, Utah fans have come out tonight and have seen a heck of a ball game. There's a stretch to the 0-1. Collins takes the ball, and it evens up at 1-1. Provo took 12 out of the 16 games during the regular season. With the first 2, and now Provo on top in Game 3 with a chance to go to the Pioneer League Championship Series for the 3rd straight season. There's a strike call at the letters, and it's 1-2 on Michael Collins. And the winner of this series will host Game 1. Game 2 and 3, if necessary, will be in the North Division too. Stretch from Small, the 1-2 to Collins. Fouled off. Still a ball and 2 strikes. Game 1 of the series would be on Wednesday then a travel day for both clubs to go back to the North Division Series, either Helena or Billings. And we have not received any word on a score from Helena yet. Been quite a series up there. Billings won game 1, 5-3. Helena came back to win it yesterday, 2-1. Two pretty classic baseball games. 1-2 pitch. High pop line to center field. Jeremy Millens went back. Now takes a few steps in to make the catch, and there's one away in the ninth. So Ryan Kenning comes up. Well, the Raptors have not been to a championship series since 1996. That was their first year of affiliation with the Milwaukee Brewers. Ogden went to the playoffs in 98, 2000, and 2002. And now back here in 2003, but yet to go to the big dance since the 96 season. There's a change outside, 1-0 on Ryan Kenning. Kenning walked and scored in the third, struck out in the fourth, but led off the seventh inning with a home run. 1-0 pitch. Strike ball at the belt. One and one on Ryan Kenning. We'll get you caught up on those baseball scores here in just a sec. Her ball line toward left, coming in as Xavier Paul will drop in front of him and get behind him. Kenning goes into second, and that will go as a single and an error. The top of the fifth in Oakland, the A's and Angels are still scoreless. In the bottom of the sixth, the Dodgers and Diamondbacks are still tied at 3. Raptors parent club still has a chance at the playoffs. Kenning at second, 1 out. Now to the top of the lineup in Reggie Willits. Willits 0 for 3. He walked and scored back in the third inning. Throws a bunt. Takes ball 1. Once again, another pitch painting the black. Not called a strike by Redwine, the plate umpire. One and 0 on Willits. Small deal. Breaking ball missed down, and it's 2-0 on Willits now. And for the Raptors in their half of the ninth, it'll be Jeremy Millens, Ryan Carter, and Xavier Paul. And we now have a final in Milwaukee. The Astros beat the Brewers 8-4. Roy Oswalt to win. And Jeff Bagwell had a home run for the Astros. 2-0 pitch to Willits. Fouled off left field side, goes 2-1 on the center fielder for Provo. Again, got those nets above the dugouts on each side. That was a new addition this year, and it saved a couple of people from possible injuries. Sure, we'll make some more improvements to Lindquist Field next year, as if it could be improved. It's a wonderful place to see a baseball game. 2-1 pitch. Line drive. Leaping is Crisotomo at second to pick off a base hit from Willits. And there's 2 outs in the ninth. Howard Kendrick now comes up. He's 1 for 4. Had the inside the park home run back in the first inning. Flew out to right in the third. Reached on an error in the fifth. And he flew out to center his last 7th inning. 2 outs. Man at second for Provo, leading Ogden 6-1 in the top of the ninth. Ball gets a sign for Martin. Here's the stretch. And the pitch to Kendrick. Laces it foul down the left field line. It's 0-1. Outfield shifted around the opposite way for Kendrick. No balls, 1 strike. Right-hander versus right-hander here. Ball gets the one he wants. And the one-strike pitch. Curveball. Called strike 2, and Kendrick down in the hole. Steve Small trying to finish out the night. Like he's finished so many innings this year, that's without a run scoring. It's been a pleasure to call his games this year. This is stretch in the 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Got to retire the side of the 9th inning. No runs, a hit, 1 error, 1 left. So we go to the bottom of the 9th. Ogden has 3 outs left to get 5 runs and keep their season alive. You're listening to the 2003 Pioneer League South Division Playoffs on 1660 KXOL.
Kit and her daughter Lindsay from Riverton. When I was 14 years old, it became a habit right away.
When my mom used to smoke, it was obvious how important it was to her.
When they were babies, I couldn't wait for them to hurry and take a nap so I could go outside and have a cigarette.
My brother and I both felt how much control smoking had over her life. And
ours, it controlled every aspect of me.
Well, she would come to school activities and walk away in the middle of an activity to go have a cigarette.
I smoked for 20 years.
And then just one day she was like, I'm done smoking. I was like, yeah, all right.
But when I quit, I woke up in the morning and thought, I am done. That was it. I was done. I could not have another cigarette.
The truth is, my mom did it.
I quit smoking. I did it. Truth is, you can do it. For help, call 1-888-567-TRUTH. If you've done it and would like a free I Did It t-shirt, tell us your story at www.ididit.tv.
In baseball, speed around the bases is crucial. And the same is true when it comes to your internet. SurfUtah.net offers all types of dial-up and high-speed internet connections, starting at only $14.95 per month. Compare that to AOL or MSN, and you're saving 40%. SurfUtah.net can get you connected at home or at work. Call toll-free 888-860-SURF. Low flat rates and fast, unlimited access. It's all yours when you surf the net with SurfUtah.net.
Jeremy Millen leading off the ninth for Ogden, trailing 6-1. No balls and a strike to count. And there's a ball outside to even it up at 1-1. Jeremy 1 for 3 tonight. He has a single, lined to short, and struck out. We had a clutch bat for the Raptors in this postgame series. Here's the 1-1. Bouncing ball down the third base line and foul. And so it'll go 1-2. Jeremy had 4 hits and 5 at-bats yesterday. He went 2 for 5 on Saturday. So he is 7 out of 13 in the playoff series. Can't complain about that at all. And that for the leadoff spot. So he's done his job getting on base. One ball, 2 strikes. David Austin in his second relief inning. Fires a pitch, swung on and missed, 1 away in the 9th inning. Austin has struck out 3 of the 4 Raptors he has faced. And now Ryan Carter comes up. Carter 1 for 3. He struck out looking in the first, singled in the 3rd inning, and that was the last Raptor hit. Provo has retired 17 in a row. Carter takes one down the middle for a strike, and it's 0-1. So 17 straight, including the last 3 by strikeout. Carter swings and misses. Now he's down to the count, 0-2. A couple of right-handers forming in the Provo bullpen, just in case Ogden gets anything going. This is it, 2 outs away. There's a ball down low, 1-2. Ogden needs to come up with 5 runs here in the 9th to keep the season alive. Here's the 1-2. Outside, and that'll even it up with 2 balls and 2 strikes. There's that hitter's strike zone again. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. There's 2 outs in the 9th inning. So it's all up to Xavier Paul. Raptor fans getting on their feet. hoping for the miraculous here in the bottom of the ninth. Well, in any case, it has been a fun season for these Raptors. They showed a lot right at the end of the season. Xavier Paul takes a strike. It's 0-1. The X-Man 1 for 3 tonight. Had a home run back in the first inning, accounting for Ogden's only run. Now the 1-strike pitch. Called strike at the knees, and it's 0-2. There's a small contingency of Provo fans in attendance, and they're feeling it now. Looking for their third straight trip to the Pioneer League Championship Series. The line, the 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. David Austin strikes out the last 5 Raptors. And Provo is going to the Pioneer League Championship Series for the third straight season. We'll be back right after this with the totals and reflections on this season. You've been listening to Raptors Baseball here on 1660 KXOL.
Looking for a licensed, bonded, insured electrical contractor? Look no further than Lynn Woodward Electric. We specialize in telephone wiring, control wiring, and custom design. No job too small or too big. Commercial, industrial, residential. Lynn Woodward Electric is a member of the Utah Better Business Bureau. We're located at 3336 South 1325 West in Ogden. If you have any questions, please give us a call at 621-3220.
Hi, Jeff Hornacek here. You know, I've never been too fond of low percentages, except when it comes to mortgage rates. Right now, you can get a short-term home mortgage at America First Credit Union for one of the lowest rates we've ever offered. It's 4.25% variable. Sounds like an incredible rate, doesn't it? Well, it is. But in all fairness, I should point out that there are a couple of things that don't come with this amazing rate. Like no closing costs, no appraisal fees, no points, and no fees of any kind. And compared to even similar rates at other financial institutions, America First no-fee mortgage could save you thousands of dollars just in fees alone. Plus, you might also lower your monthly payment and still pay off your mortgage years earlier. To apply, just visit any branch or online at americafirst.com. But hurry, this 4.25% variable interest rate is subject to change. Longer-term rates, both fixed and variable, are also available.
Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Opportunity Lender.
Pioneer Radio and Sports would like to thank the following businesses who are committed to customer service.
This Raptors broadcast is brought to you in part by SurfUtah.net. Surf the net with SurfUtah.net. By Harvest Health Foods, the healthy alternative. By Music to the Max. Why look somewhere else when we have it? By Arizona Tint. We've got you made in the shade. And by Z Medical. We are America's first aid and safety experts.
You've been listening to Ogden Raptors Professional Baseball. For a recap of tonight's ball game, let's head back to the ballpark with the voice of your Raptors, Brian Petrata.
Well, welcome back for the final here from Lindquist Field in Ogden, Utah. Provo wins it 6-1. The line score like this: 6 runs, 7 hits, no errors for the Angels. 1 run, 3 hits, 2 errors for Ogden. 4 home runs hit in this ball game. 3 by Provo. Howard Kendrick had an inside-the-park homer in the first. Ryan Kenning, a leadoff home run in the 7th. And Matt Pauley, a solo home run with 2 outs in the 8th. For the Raptors, Xavier Paul hit a solo homer with 2 outs in the first inning. But that was the only run the Raptors would score. Ogden threatened in the 3rd when Jeremy Millens and Ryan Carter got back-to-back singles with 2 outs. But Simard returned to strike out Xavier Paul in that end of the 3rd inning. It also started a string of 19 consecutive Raptors set down by Provo. In fact, they retired the last 19 Raptors in the lineup tonight. The Angels proved just to be too tough tonight. They did tie a Pioneer League record for wins with 54, so they did come in heavily favored. Ogden got a brilliant pitching outing from Chad Billingsley in Game 1 of this series as the Raptors beat Provo 4-2. So Ogden was feeling pretty good about that one. They came back home, and it all started to turn around yesterday when Mike McGrew, the Raptors' star left-hander, who was scheduled to pitch yesterday, had to pull himself out of a possible appearance with a tight elbow. So he left, and Provo just jumped right out of the gates to a 6-0 lead. Rode it to a 20-5 win yesterday. Today's game, much closer, much better played ball game, but Provo still comes out the victors 6-1. Bill Sopko takes the loss, Michel Simard the win, and now Provo advances to the Pioneer League Championship Series. That will start on Wednesday. Provo will host Game 1 at Miller Field on the campus of BYU. Then there'll be a travel day on Thursday, and the Angels will head on Friday to either Billings or Helena, depending on who won that game. And we will try to get you a final score on that one, but we shall see. We'll have to wait and see if I can get this call in time for the final score from Helena. That game was tied at a game apiece going into tonight's game. So, again, that will finish up tonight's ball game. This ball game has been brought to you in part by Buckley Homes. Buckley is better by surfutah.net. Surf the net with surfutah.net. And by New Deal Used Cars, we finance. Want to thank all of our sponsors of Raptors baseball this year, including each of these sponsors: Peterson Incorporated, Gray Cliff Lodge, Supersonic, Westland Ford, Ogden City Corps, Columbia Ogden Regional Medical Center, Hebrew National Hot Dogs, Saturn of Riverdale, Kelly Cardin, Lynn Woodward Electric, Mako Auto Painting, Chevalier Jewelers, Snyder's Meats, The Timber Mine, Hone Oil Company, Herrick Industrial, Ogden Association of Realtors, Bowman and Kemp, the Ruby River Steakhouse, Mountain Medical Imaging, Zions Bank, Garcia's Restaurant, America First Credit Union, Interstate Brands, Wonder Bread, Amera Mortgage, Prima Weber, The Welch Agency, Love Communications, Bandana Ranch, State Farm Insurance, Ogden Blueprint, The Union Grill, Snyder's Meats, SOS Staffing, Ogden Clinic, Breyer's Good Humor Ice Cream Bars, and Roosters, as well as Save On Sporting Goods. So if you get a chance to say hello to any of those Raptor sponsors, be sure to thank them for Raptors on the air this year and every year. Many of those longtime sponsors of Raptors baseball. So without them, we couldn't have these games on the radio, and I wouldn't have a job, and you wouldn't want that now, would you? So again, final score in this one, Provo wins it 6-1. It's been a fantastic season. We've really enjoyed our first year of affiliation with the Los Angeles Dodgers. They've sent us just some outstanding human beings, and they really played their hearts out over these last few ball games. So it's been a sensational season. I want to thank Dave Baggett, our Raptors team president, for giving me a chance to come back here to Ogden. Has been a fun season, and to everyone who has given me the kind words up here in the booth, I appreciate everything you've said and all the encouragement you have given me this year. So we'll be back next year, and hey, we'll get them next year. Final score of this one, Provo 6, Ogden 1. This is Brian Petrana for Curtis Larson, who, by the way, has done a fabulous job as our board operator this year. Without him, we couldn't have done this either. And he's been Mr. Reliable this year. We really thank Curtis for all of his hard work. So for Curtis, want to say good night for the final time this year from Lindquist Field. And thank you for listening to Raptors Baseball on 1660 KXOL.